Oh,
Sorry.
that's fine. I was just like, oh, Jesus, the music.
Yeah, sorry, I've been having a bit of an issue with my headset lately, so
Fair.
the only way that I can really tell is by activating something in Discord, and nobody was talking, so it's like I'll play music a little bit.
I am currently shoving food into my face and watching anime while I wait. So,
What you watching?
the new episode of Slime.
Oh. Took me a second. It's like Slime. I've never heard. Oh, the fully long name.
Yeah, Slime Dr. Ken.
I'll go back.
Yep.
Thank you. And by the way, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I got a new mic. I'm trying to make sure that it works properly. I've had difficulty. All right. I haven't heard from Rye, other than the half hour plus late. Do you guys want to get started at like 35 after?
That works.
Sure.
All right.
Probably message Bite then. You might be just waiting until.
Oh, yeah.
So Chris, I'm actively trying to pick what my monsters are because I was the last one to get picked.
Oh, yeah. I haven't heard from Rye about that.
You haven't put yours in yet?
I thought he was going to be contacting us one at a time.
Yeah, he is. He is. He said I was last.
Oh, yeah. He hasn't told me what number I'm at.
Yeah. It's like, do I want to be like a complete dick, or am I just like it's just for fun? Yeah, I was like, what am I going for?
Yeah. One just for fun and one to be a dick.
Yeah. Because there's like some fun ones that I was looking at. I was like, that's just like mechanically, like it could be just like work out really badly, or it could be just really awesome and just annoying to deal with. So like, I'll say one of the ideas I found a lot better options. It's like the cloaker. Literally, it's like a flying creature that just latches on its face, and then like if you try to hit it, it damages you itself. Like that's just fucking hilarious. Like I have one thing here that can deal 78 damage in one hit. It's like,
78 damage in one hit.
yeah,
I mean, it's like CR7 or 8, so it's a possibility.
it's a CR8.
Jesus Christ.
It's like there's so many options. Like hydras are in here and shit like that. It's just like wow. That's so dumb. I love that. Okay. See, but I know like Malachi is gonna pull out some bullshit that I was thinking of. Like there's monsters that are like immune to non-magical damage, and I'm just like,
Yeah. DC 24 saves. Yeah.
well, that's it. He homebrews those. That's it's like one thing I'm looking at is resistance to cold and fire, immune to lightning, poison, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks that aren't adamantine or silvered. It's also immune to charm, exhaustion, frighten, paralyzed, petrified, and poisoned.
Oh, that sounds like a demon or a devil. Does it have like all the resistances and immunities?
Actually, no.
Huh.
So it's like it's got really low AC, but a lot of HP.
It's like I'd hope so. There's gotta be something to balance that shit.
It's got 12 AC.
Yeah, unless it's from Explorer's Guide to Wildmount, they have some of the most broken monsters. And
It is from
there.
Baldur's Gate.
Huh.
It's in Avernus. No, it also heals off lightning. It's got magic resistance, magical weapons. Its damage is not super high. It's just very defensive. It's got over 200 HP. I think I know the two things I'm gonna do. Yeah.
We're back.
Good, okay.
All right. I got mine. I'm gonna do. My two books of choice on this was Icewind Dale and Ravnica. So Ravnica has some good monsters if you want to look at that.
All right. Yeah, I typically just go to like D&D Beyond and just sift through their monsters.
I looked at Candlekeep because I remember Candlekeep had some crazy monsters, but they're a little higher CR. I was like, damn. Like, there's like one that just like spells just do not work on it. And it's like, oh, that'd just be mean.
Yeah.
Oh, we haven't taken a long. Have we taken a long rest yet? I don't think so.
Yeah, you guys just went to sleep.
Cool. I need to mark that off. Let me switch up my prepared spells.
And don't forget, as a paladin, when you take short rest, you do get your channel divinity back.
Yeah, that's how I was able to use it twice in one day. Because I used it tried to use during the fight. I did do during the fight, and then I used the +5 persuasion, I think. I because we had a short rest in the car. Because I actually wasn't hurt really from that fight.
Oh, I think I've got one. That might actually be your creature that you were looking at.
What is it?
Living Blade.
The Living Blade Disaster. Yeah, that is one of the creatures I debated on.
Yeah. It's like I was looking through and I just happened to see it. It's like the 78 average is like, that sounds familiar.
It's cool. It's very niche. It's like that's doing one thing. It's that honestly could easily get taken out.
Yeah, but that's more like a fun thing.
Yeah,
It's like if someone else has high hit points, then it's not going to do that much.
He has like 67 HP. It's not really.
Yeah.
No, there's some busted stuff in there that I was like, I could use, but I don't know. Honestly, if you want to be a dick, just get something with flyby. And just
Exactly. I was thinking about a Paratidon for just that reason, but it's like, Plus, it's like if you have anything that has any sort of ranged attacks, then you're kind of screwed. Especially with something like that low CR against something much larger CR.
Yeah. So just there's definitely options out there. It's just like, what do you want to do? The CRs for mine were 7 and 8. Yeah, I did a 7 and an 8.
Even like a monster battle royale or something.
Yeah, we're essentially having Pokemon fights.
Fair, that sounds awesome. Behold where I choose you.
Like I said, like Hydra is a thing right now.
Yeah,
that we can use.
It's like I haven't heard from him, so I don't know what my position is here or what's not available anymore.
Like I said, he said I was last. That's why I was like, And he messaged me this morning saying I was up.
It's also kind of hard trying to find a monster that doesn't have some sort of a legendary action or resistances.
I mean, as long as you don't use them. He said you can use the creature, you just can't use those actions.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm gonna see if I can send Bite one more message since I haven't heard from him. Oh wait, no, he reacted. Never mind. And wasn't it like no unique monsters?
Like no named things.
How do you tell?
If they have a name, so if it's like John Smith, like it's
Yeah, but this is D&D.
You could also usually name creatures would always have a description.
Okay.
They always have a description. You can give like personality and stuff like that.
Ooh, Shield Guardian.
So it's like you just want to be a wall. Well, there you go.
Oh my god, that would be perfect. A sperm whale. Sperm whale, go.
Oh my god.
Kill me.
Oh my god. It's like that's why I always imagine like in like Pokemon games where you're in a gym, you're like, go Wailord.
I'd rather kill
Wailord.
Rather kill than suffocate.
We're in the desert. What?
I have returned.
Welcome back.
Hey, look at that, right on time too.
Yeah, well, we're still waiting on Bite, and there we go.
And so I was like, Wailord.
Dude's just like, wait a minute. Hold up, wait a minute.
All right. Let's get the music started.
Let's get it started here.
Let's get it started and hi.
Bloop.
Who that? Who them is? Who that be? Who them is?
Bye.
The bot.
Okay. Last time, is everybody here? Actually, really quickly.
Just gonna double check just in case.
Yeah. Everybody's been kind of coming and going. Hector, I think you're here. Rachel?
Like,
Yeah.
yes, I'm here.
All right. Terrence?
I'm here.
Awesome. All right. We're still waiting on Rye. Hopefully he'll pop in before the crucial time when his character needs to be there happens. Okay. Last time on Modern Mysteries, the team found Gregory Hutchinson McGowan, the nerdy-looking orc who went missing 3 days prior, and immediately had to fight off several giant spiders as they attempted to escape with him. They also fought off the creatures who summoned him, a shape-shifting bipedal deer who was subsequently chased off by Grant with some impressive smiting. But not before the creature in question asked Grant a question and took in a long inhale, taking in his scent, almost as if marking him for later. After dropping off Gregory at the hospital, the group headed to a diner where they informed the Hatali Tabaxi Caton about their fight. After some back and forth, he indirectly informed them that the creatures were likely skinwalkers, and said the best way to fight them was to either use the creature's true name to sap them of their power, use a magic or silvered blade, and to not give the creatures a proper noun, as it allows them to know your location at all times. After this conversation, you then followed the sound of police vehicles outside, only to see a winged bear crashing through the hospital that you just came from, soon joined by that same deer skinwalker in bird form. The bear skinwalker then dropped the head of Dasan, Caton's apprentice, at your feet. Investigating the hospital, you found that it was likely not Gregory that you delivered to the hospital, but rather one of the skinwalkers in disguise. After an exhausting day, you all decided to get some sleep at a local hotel, and that is where we left off. As each of you head into your respective hotel rooms, not the classiest hotel, all ground floor rooms, you reminisce about the day's events as you slowly start to drift off. Actually, is there anything anybody wanted to do before you go to sleep? I know Severin is surrounded by his, farm of good berries. Anybody else want to do anything before they go to bed?
I try to Google information on the skinwalkers, but not wanting to use their name. I just look up creatures who shall not be named. I just keep getting Harry Potter coming up, and I just get frustrated and I go to bed.
I was gonna say, just keep on getting Tom Riddle, Voldemort.
Yeah, it just keeps showing Voldemort. I'm like, God, that's not what I want.
But make me an investigation check just for the heck of it.
Shit. Give me a momento. That's a natural one.
Okay, yeah, it's Voldemort, Tom Riddle. Just that's the only thing that you manage to find before you get frustrated and just decide to take an anger nap that eventually turns into your night's rest.
Anger nap at 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah. All right, Hector, are you doing anything before you go to bed?
Yeah, he's just he's writing a transcript of what that the dude said, that story he told. He's just writing a transcript, not of everything that was said, but everything pertaining to the story. So he's just transcribing the story.
Okay. Are you writing the word skinwalker at all?
No, but can I code it?
Anything that gives it a proper noun. That's why people are always saying, like those creatures or things like that. He's never, saying, call them Jonathans or something, or call them Jefferson Twilights. It's any sort of a proper noun that designates them.
Well, it would be like encoding it would make it gibberish and would need to be decoded later.
You're still giving them a noun, so you putting down a code is giving them like an identity, essentially.
Exactly.
Because it would just look like gibberish.
It doesn't matter what it looks like. It's the idea behind it.
Exactly. Again, it's like calling them Jonathans. Even if nobody but you are the only person who calls them Jonathans, it doesn't matter. It is still a proper noun designating them.
So it's the intent behind it.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay, then he'll describe them, but he won't name them.
Okay.
And he'll just put like an anecdote at the beginning, be like, I'm talking about something, like a certain type of creature, but it's up to you to kind of decipher what I'm talking about.
Okay. All right. Next up, let's go with Rachel. You're next on the list. Is there anything you're doing before you?
She's gonna update Greyforge, but she never found out that these things were skinwalkers. So she's like, "We're hunting some sort of shape-shifting creature. I have no idea what it is." Just to him.
He says, all right, I know this job has some sort of oddities that go along with it, so I'll trust your discretion. Just give us a call if you need any help. It won't be of much help, thanks to the issue up north, but we'll see what we can do.
But yeah. I don't think anyone ever told Rachel what it was, so she just knows we're finding a weird shape-shifting thing. That's about it.
Yeah, one of the issues about not being able to use a proper noun. You know everything about it but its name. All right, last up, Terrence. Is there anything that you are doing before you go to sleep?
I do not believe so.
Okay.
Double checking the hotel's internet, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. You double check the hotel's internet and it is fine. All right.
How fast the speeds are we getting here?
My tablet's Wi-Fi is really just my patron.
Not bad, not great. It's kind of a midline hotel. It's what the BAP will pay for, so government housing, basically. Not the best, not the worst.
We don't rank very high on their totem pole, so like...
What do you mean? we are amazing.
Well, so the reason I say that is because, like, I've gone on hotel, military, meetings and stays and stuff, and, that's what they do. If they don't if you're not high on the totem pole, you'll just you won't be in very good accommodations. But if you are, you will have pretty good accommodations. I
am top tier.
That's also
I was put up in a 4-star hotel with my dad when he went on a business meeting. So,
it's also the fact that it is Tuba City isn't actually a city. It's more like a town. It's just called Tuba City.
The way of life.
Yeah, so it's good for that particular area, but you aren't going to find any 4-star hotels or really nice places in the city, especially as late as you guys kind of turned in. So this is kind of the best one that you could find that your stay would be paid for. All right. Okay. So each of you sleep throughout the night. You reminisce about the day's events. Grant, you remember this creature shape-shifting. It's sniffing you, and whatever its phrase was keeps on playing back in your mind. Terrence, you are reminded of your fear of spiders now that you have seen several of them in front of you. Rachel, you had, and Terrence, you also spend a good hour or so before bed kind of scrubbing the diamond dust off of your skin from the Greater Restoration spell. It's basically, you find that washing off diamond dust is basically like trying to wash off glitter. You really have to just scrub in there in like tiny circles. You get a very nice exfoliation from the whole process.
I hope none of y'all have to use the bathroom for any time soon.
I got a separate room, man.
Yeah, you all have your own rooms. It's fine. And Rachel, you have a similarly long time in the bathroom trying to get all of these spider guts off of you from the day before. Strangely, even though the spiders disappeared after they were killed and unsummoned, the guts seem to stay with you, and you aren't entirely sure why. It's
a parting gift from the Skinwalkers, obviously.
Yeah.
So as you say that,
bam through the door.
Yeah.
Good.
But you all managed to get a good night's sleep, and anybody who hasn't already marked it off, you do get a long rest. Severin's sleeping a little bit more fragrant due to him being surrounded by 60 good berries. What time are you all getting up? Early in the morning to head off, or?
Well, I don't really need sleep as much as these guys do, so...
Yeah, you and Rory only need the 4 hours sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I am an elf.
I know.
I play an elf in 3 campaigns right now, and I forget.
Oh, no. What? I thought it was only 2. I thought Rory wasn't an elf.
Yeah,
he is an elf.
I'm playing. No, he's not. I'm playing in 4 campaigns right now.
I mean, he's an elf right now, thanks to me. He's amazing.
Oh, if you got that from 4.
Yeah. Okay. So you two wake up a little bit earlier than the rest. I'll say like at the crack of dawn. Is there anything that you're doing until everybody else gets up?
Not for me.
Hector?
Nah, he just kind of like watches like Netflix or some shit.
Okay, what does Hector watch on Netflix?
Whatever's on. Probably the I don't know, like let's say he's watching Breaking Bad.
Okay. As Hector watches Walter White break bad, the rest of you finish up.
It's like someone who's never seen it just trying to describe what the show is.
I have seen it from start to finish.
He just breaks the bad.
Yes. I normally don't like dramas, but that was a good damn show.
Yeah, that was a really good show.
As you're all woken up by a combination of the sunlight shining in through the draped windows, some pretty cheap uniform drapery, but it does actually keep the direct sunlight out of your face pretty well. You all wake up. There's also a few roosters actually crowing off in the distance. Tuba City, a lot of the residents actually have animals, most often chickens or goats, and the occasional sheep seem to be pretty popular as well. And as you hear the roosters crowing, actually, first off, Rory, could you change your name? Because I keep on looking over for quick reference.
Yeah, I'll do that in a second.
That's okay. But Grant, you step out into the morning, and the first thing you see as you look down is a scorpion, just a small black one, there in front of you.
Those common here? I actually don't know.
Yeah, in the Southwest, they are very common. They are all over the freaking place. You usually have to check your shoes before you put them on for them.
I mean, does it seem to be acting weird? We've had weird animals lately.
No, it just sort of like pauses and starts to like back up with its tail up and its pincers up.
Just give it its room. It's like, back thing.
Okay, it eventually backs up enough to where it turns around and then skitters off into the sand. But as you look up at a tree, you do see 4 crows that are staring at you. And make me an animal handling check for this one.
Animal handling? That can only go. Great. That's a 12.
They don't seem to be making any sort of sounds or moving all that much. And they seem to be paying a lot of attention to you. You notice as a large truck passes in the street past the hotel that they don't move or flinch or react in any way. Same thing to a dog barking as a very thin minotaur with Navajo features walks his dog in the morning. They also don't seem to react to that. They seem pretty focused on you, but you aren't really like an ornithologist. You don't know much about bird behavior, but what little you know, they seem to be paying a little bit too much attention to you.
Well, it was nice knowing you, Grant.
I'm gonna go inside, see if like my druid friend's awake. I'm assuming since he's not here, he's still asleep.
You go inside and you call your druid friend, and you hear his ringtone for you from the hotel room next to you, and you get no response. He's apparently sleeping in today.
Amazing how someone so perceptive can't hear me knocking on the doors. I'll try to like bring it up to the others, being like, so the animals are being a little weird.
Are you calling them?
I'll go to the room and be like, I don't know if like there's any breakfast or anything going on. So I'm just like, hey, be careful. You know. Also, there's weird scorpions that are just
your Burger
chilling.
King Whop and your Big Mac. I'm sorry. That's just how you. The way you were talking just now made me think of that video. I'm sorry.
Dude.
The
Burger
King. Oh yeah.
And so you go to their rooms. I'll say if you want, you can bring them back to your room. And as you go to their individual rooms, you do notice that these birds just sort of continue to watch you. And then one of them flies off in the same direction, a little bit more north from where you were the night before, or the day before, where you found Gregory. And the other two are remaining there, still watching.
I have a feeling it's probably related. Probably a pretty safe bet. That's not fun. All right. Do we want to get everything set up? We have to go to the crafting store to get my firefighting axe set up.
I think we should as fast as possible. I think they want to murder you.
Well, you know, I've seen worse.
Oof.
Wouldn't be the first time people want to murder me, right? Oh, my God.
All right. So all of you head to Navajo Arts and Crafts. You stop at night to like grab some breakfast.
I mean, sure. I don't see why not.
All right. You stop by breakfast. Fuck it. Let's say Denny's, so I don't have to look places up. It's an amazing Denny's. You don't know what it is about it.
Dude, the service here is always top notch.
With how much you have tipped them, it absolutely is.
You bribed them into being the best servers ever.
And they now recognize you and the tips that you hand out, and they are just Johnny on the spot with everything. Their coffee is constantly filled.
That shit happens, man. That shit happens.
Yeah. And afterwards, you head over to Navajo Arts and Crafts, the store that was that Caton told you about, that may have a silversmith that can gild your axe. Or wait, is silver technically gilding? I don't think it is.
You coat your axe. He would be coating his axe with the silver.
And gilded is, strictly speaking, gold leaf. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You head over to the Navajo Arts and Crafts store. It's in a larger strip mall surrounded by a bail bond store and another small diner, obviously inferior to Denny's. The diner has a picture of a burger on the top, but instead of a slice of meat, it actually has a cartoonish buffalo in between the buns and lettuce and tomato. But as you step into the Navajo Arts and Crafts store, you find that you actually timed it pretty well. They open like right as you get there. You step in and you see a goblin in the front. Female, vaguely Navajo features with the long black hair. But hers is played up quite a bit. And her hair is not only braided, but it also has colorful beads in it. It has a few feathers dangling from it. Even her dress is more traditional Navajo wear. And as she looks up at you, she says, "Can I help you?"
Yes. It may sound very strange, but do you happen to have like any silversmithing or any silver crafts and everything by chance?
And her calm exterior just sort of breaks. Oh, God damn it. Okay, she's already told you that she doesn't want to work for you. I don't care who you're from, Tiffany's or whatever. Just she works for us. Get out.
I'm sorry. I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait, are you actually here to buy something?
I would like to. I mean, time and service costs money.
And then she kind of regains her calm exterior. Of course. Thank you for coming to Navajo Arts and Crafts. If you're looking for silver work, we have a number of gorgeous rings and amulets. And as you look around the store, there are a few cases filled with various rings and amulets. There are ornate dream catchers hanging from the ceiling, as well as some artwork on the sides, all in the that Navajo art style, very traditional type material. We have a number of amazing items for your purchase. They make great gifts.
Wonderful. I'm actually, it's more of a service within the silver. It sounds very, very strange, but it's eating an ally of ours. Is there any way that we can get silver coated on something already?
I suppose so. We do have a silversmith on site. She's in the back. Her name is Sterling Silver. Just ignore the employees only sign. She should be back there. Knock on the door beforehand. She tends to have her German Shepherd with her. His name is Puck. He's very sweet, but he can get a little antsy when people just show up and start rushing her, you know.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Absolutely. And I'm guessing all of you head to the back?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. As all of you head to the back, you start to hear a very quiet, ting, 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 ting. And as you walk up to the room, you knock on the door, and then in the back you hear, "Give me just a minute. All right, come on in." And as you open the door, you see a tall, very lean woman, red hair, pale skin, freckles, very blatantly not from this area. And she's sitting in front of a large desk, sort of a large work table, several magnifying glasses, small hammers, tools, a little circular jeweler's anvil, and all along the walls are a combination of finished silver products, as well as some other tools that she uses. And as you come in, a German Shepherd at her feet kind of looks up at you, kind of wags its tail once or twice, and then goes back to sleep. What can I do for you?
We were hoping either for commissions or assistance with it. I'm hoping to get something coated in silver, if that's possible.
I suppose depends what it is.
It may seem strange, but as I'll pull out my Pulaski, specifically the bladed portion.
And she kind of goes into her pocket, kind of nonchalantly opens her phone and puts it up, and you see a flash as she takes your picture. Right, well, werewolf hunting is illegal. They're an endangered species. So, I'm not going to coat your axe.
Werewolf hunting?
I'm gonna pull out the badge and put it down and be like, "We're not werewolf hunting."
I was actually about to threaten to call you folks. Wait, so you actually want me to coat your axe in silver?
If it's possible.
Is there a werewolf problem?
Not that I'm aware of, as I look towards the others.
There is no werewolf problem that you know of.
Well, hunting, I don't really understand it. My compatriots may have more information, but apparently it's something that cannot be named.
Okay. Coating an axe in silver shouldn't be that difficult. Give it here.
Here. And I'll pass over the axe. Be careful. Very, very sharp.
Yeah, and she takes it and she kind of lifts it up. It's very well taken care of. It's what, fireman's axe?
Yes, previous pastime of mine.
Yeah, very well taken care of. I mean, it's got dings and scratches all over it from, I'm guessing you use it in combat, but,
I mean, all sorts of uses.
Well, but still very well taken care of. It should work. You got some pretty nice iron here, actually. Given your job, I'm guessing all of you are with Bureau of Paranormal? Bureau of the Arcane and Paranormal?
That's correct.
Well then, let me offer something special to you. Instead of just coating it with silver, do you want me to coat it partly with silver and leave some of this nice iron exposed? I hear that the fey creatures, if they're exposed to iron, it tends to have a nasty effect to them. Same way that silver works on werewolves, or I'm guessing whatever it is you're hunting. Then you kind of get the benefits of both.
Yeah, here, if you could do this side right here, is I'll point towards the back end, which is essentially it's another blade, essentially, that's just horizontal instead on the back of a Pulaski. It looks like essentially it's so you can till the ground and stuff like that. So, we would do that part silvered, and that way it won't get as scratched and dinged up as the front end typically tends to.
Alright, so the rear end silver, you want to keep the front end just the basic iron?
Yeah, that should work.
Alright, shouldn't be too difficult. That'll be, let's see here, about 110 gold.
You take credit cards.
I hold out the credit card.
Hey man, this is coming out of your pocket. This is for you. They will subsidize half of the cost though.
Alright.
Hey, if we can put it into it is absolutely necessary within the use, it is job-related expense. I will fight this one.
Very true. That is why they are covering half of it. It is a job-related expense, but this is also something that you get to keep afterwards. If it was just you going and purchasing an axe and then giving it back to them, that's one thing.
You said 110 gold?
Yep. And then she kind of looks at you and says, or we could always make another deal.
Oh?
Well, you're not the first person that's come in and asked for a silvered weapon, and I tend to get a bit antsy about things like that. And it's always nice to have a friend in any sort of law enforcement, especially as high up as the Bureau. So how about you do me a favor? Nothing that wouldn't be untowards. Just sort of a direct line to you on one occasion.
What sort of thing are you looking for? I'm curious on what the extent is. I want to be sure of what I'm doing before I make a deal.
Oh, no, I completely understand. It's more of a TBD. If I come across any sort of oddities later on, I'd like to have someone that I can call. I mean, apparently yesterday there was some sort of a giant bear, and she kind of does the air quotes, with wings that crashed out to the hospital, if you believe that. Wait, shit. Is that real?
Rachel's gonna just look off and sweat a little bit and go, oh, it's totally not real. In that tone that says, yeah, no, it's hell real.
What the fuck? I'll give her I just want to see how she rolls with a persuasion check. Or sorry, with an insight check on that, just because.
Yeah, just for shits and giggles.
Okay, she understands your meaning, and then her eyes kind of go wide, like bright green eyes kind of go wide. Okay. So yeah, things like that. If there's ever a situation like that where, you're already here, I don't want to go through the switchboard or whatever it is that you use.
Lord, oh my god.
And again, it's nothing that would be untowards. If you ever feel uncomfortable with my request, you can absolutely turn it down, and I can ask for something else.
No, I think we could do that. As I hold up my hand and I shake.
Pleasure doing business with you. And she shifts the axe to her left hand as she shakes your hand. And her German Shepherd comes up and goes up to each of you and kind of gives you a little sniff And then he sniffs your hand, Grant, and he kind of puts his head under your hand for a pet.
Yeah, I'll pet.
All right, and he'll do the same to everybody else if anybody wants to.
Also, like a thing in the back of my head, I'm like, another animal.
I'll pet as well, but
it's Grant. This one seems to be watching you, and then you think about it for a second. And it's like it's probably just your imagination, but you weren't sure anymore. So
slowly reaching for the axe on my back, realize it's not there.
It's one of those things where it's like when you're looking for like Buicks, that's all you see.
Yeah.
All right, so she takes the axe back, and you see her start to kind of take out a box full of equipment. All right, based on the size, should only take me about maybe an hour. If you want, you can wait outside, or you can go out, have breakfast, and come back.
I looked at the ears again. Man, we should have done breakfast after. All right, but actually, if you don't mind, do you mind if I stay and watch? Very sentimental, and also it's a good learning experience.
Yeah, sure, I don't mind. Anybody else staying?
Sure.
All right, Rachel, Terrence?
I think Rachel will go outside and spend time on her phone looking at Native American legends.
Okay, and Terrence?
Oh, Rachel. Am I muted? Nope.
No, I heard you. All right. So Hector and Rory. Damn it, not Rory.
I'm changing it right now. I'm actively changing it right now.
Okay, Hector.
Typing in.
And Grant, the two of you stay.
Oh, okay.
And you notice that instead of going towards any sort of a forge or any sort of heating equipment, she actually goes in and she grabs a large, kind of like a very large beaker, a large vat, and she takes out a few chemicals in glass tubes, and she actually starts mixing them together. And as she starts mixing them, she starts to sort of explain what she's doing. In the olden days, they used to take silver and they used to actually just sort of do a dip, or they used to take the metal and they used to alloy it together. But that's actually not really the best method to do it. I mean, alloying it is probably your best bet, but once you have something that's already made like this, your best bet is actually electroplating. And one of the tricks to it is, first off, to use the best solution, and she holds up the beakers and test tubes that she's mixing together, the contents that she's mixing together. That's your first step. And the second step is actually coating it with a thin layer of copper. It's actually something that they use in mirrors. You put a very, very thin layer of copper down because it bonds with the iron best. And then you take the silver and you put it on top of that. And you see that as she's doing this, she actually takes out a large, just like a car battery with like some jumper cables on it. And she attaches one of the jumper cables to your axe and the other one to a thin copper plate. And then she puts that into she dunks that into the large beaker full of the solution. And as you look through the side of this clear beaker, you can actually see the tip of the axe. She also tapes the axe beyond where she wants it to be actually designed, beyond where she wants it to actually take up the silver. And you actually see it start to, at first you think it's rust, but then you slowly realize that it has that copper gleam to it as the copper gets pulled from the plate to the axe itself and starts to coat it. And outside, Rachel, you are looking up Native American legends. Terrence, are you helping or are you looking up something else?
Now you're muted, Bite.
Yep. If you're talking.
I will assist in that.
Okay.
It's being very loud, so I'm having to mute and unmute myself.
Okay. Then, Rachel, you can roll an investigation check with advantage.
All right. Investigation.
Damn. All right. What's the D4? Oh, the proficiency.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, as you look it up, skinwalkers are very prevalent in Western media. There's even been movies literally titled Skinwalkers. And through all of this, you're able to come to the conclusion that these are probably skinwalkers that you're dealing with. One of the things that you notice is that there is no real cohesive agreement on how to beat them or any sort of weaknesses or strengths or things like that. It's all over the place. It's like looking up vampires. Either vampires have weaknesses to garlic, sunlight, holy water, crosses, stakes, all this other stuff, or they only have one or two, or none of them. There's just so much misinformation that it's hard to make sense of it, and you feel that it's probably better to trust the main source. As one of the other things that you find is that there aren't that many American Indian groups that share their stories because they are a verbal oral tradition. So that's where the majority of the misinformation comes, is basically someone trying to think of something for some sort of a plot and throwing that in there, and it sort of becomes known as a potential weakness, even though it probably isn't. But you do now know that they are probably called skinwalkers.
Is there a warning there that says that I shouldn't name these things out loud? Because,
I would totally tell you this if you asked.
There is not.
Oh.
That seems to be solely information from Keaton.
Yeah, and King did mention that to us, that they can't be named, though. But yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Finally, I'll kind of show it over to, Terrence and be like, I think this is what we're fighting.
Oh, yes, it certainly looks like it.
But one of the things that you do notice that, well, no, actually, you guys wouldn't notice it. Never mind. I'll tell you about it just in case. One of the things that you do notice that is pretty prevalent throughout all skinwalker lore is that they have to have like full pelts of animals in order to change into things. You didn't actually see this creature change, so it doesn't really mean anything to you, but Grant did. And he did not see any sort of a full pelt when it happened. Grant, would you have told them that?
I shared everything I saw. So if there's just something that wasn't mentioned, it's not like me going there was no pelts. It was just that just happens to be just how things went down.
Exactly. It's one of those things where it's you don't know that it's important, so it's one of those weird things.
Yeah.
All right.
So, you never heard me say it, so.
Okay. Is there anything else that you're looking up or anything specific that you're trying to find out while you're out there?
Mainly just Rachel's trying to catch up on what they know, because she didn't actually know that they were fighting a skinwalker, because they just kept calling it the thing that cannot be named, Lord Voldemort.
Exactly. Okay, so as you're sitting out there, it's now starting to get into the later, not the later part of the day, but closer to noon, probably about 11 o'clock. The sun is getting a little bit higher, and this part of America, it is cold during the night, but then it rapidly warms up about this time. So it's getting to the part where it's stopped being a cool day and it start getting to about 80, 85 degrees. You notice several families and cars pass by as you sit and wait there. The police are gone from the hospital. You can actually see the second floor of the hospital off in the distance. There is now a piece of plastic over the window where the winged bear crashed through the night before. And also on the way there, you did notice that the police are now gone. But there's a few more people on the road, and everybody seems to have their cell phones out, especially people on the passenger side, kind of waiting to take a picture. And as you're out there kind of looking around, someone does walk up to you, and an elf definitely looks out of place. Baseball cap, a Cubs jacket, male with blonde hair, kind of shoulder length. Hi, you guys live around here?
I'm gonna narrow my eyes at him and go, no. What do you?
Yeah, me neither. Just came in, last week. Heard about the oddities at the hospital. It's got me scared. How about you guys?
Can't say this is the scariest I've ever been.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah, no, me too. Were you guys around there? Do you know anybody who was?
First question: who are you?
You can call me Sam, and he puts out his hand to you to shake your hand.
Oh,
sorry, what?
Shake it.
I'll shake it.
All right, he shakes both your hands. So now that we're introduced, now that you know my name, what's yours?
I'm Rachel.
Nice to meet you. And you?
I'm Frederick.
Rachel, Frederick. Nice to meet you. And now that we're all acquainted, were you there at the hospital, or did you see anything, hear anything, know anybody who did?
Nope, but if you go down and ask the hospital staff, they might know something.
Yeah, no, I already tried. They are less than forthcoming. HIPAA violations, am I right?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Why are you so interested in this?
Oh, well, you know what? I guess I can tell the two of you as he kind of looks around like it's some sort of a secret, and he takes out 2 business cards. And it says, Sam Connerton. Was mystery and paranormal blogger.
Oh, I'm instantly less suspicious. I'm instantly less suspicious of him.
And as he gives you the card, so if you all hear anything, call me first. I'll be sure to link your names. If you have Twitter or Instagram or anything, it could blow up with a recommendation from me. There might even be some money in it for you. Who knows?
And she'll nod his head and wave him goodbye. Because I think he's heading off.
All right. As he walks off, you see him kind of walk about half a block and then find someone else who's sort of just like standing there not doing anything and starts talking them up as well.
Something tells me he's finding new ways to advertise himself.
Me too, but this could be slightly concerning since we're dealing with a creature that should not be named.
This is very true. It would be a very large-scale disaster if they were to name it, especially on a popular internet forum.
I am going to go update the others. Do you want to text Greyforge and see if he's... Oh, Greyforge is not going to know what this thing is because we can't name it to him. I think it's up to our discretion then.
I would say you two know that, the name is already out there. Like you guys found Skinwalkers, like the film. So people know about them. It's more the way that Caton described it. It's more naming it when you're nearby or you're close to the creature. Like if you're planning on going out and hunting or having anything to do with the actual creature, with the actual Skinwalker, then saying its name is probably not the best idea since it can tell wherever you are. You can't sneak up on it, kind of a thing.
So this dumbass could go get himself killed, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah, unless he's planning on actually going out there and doing it, then he's safe. But if he does go out and try something, then quite frankly, he's stupid and probably going to die anyway. But it's okay to err on the side of caution.
So I will go update the people that stayed inside the thing that, hey, we got a groupie here, and he's poking around wanting to go post this whole entire story on the social media if he can figure out what's going on. I'll describe what he looks like, that he's an elf.
I mean, I doubt he's really going to find much, considering every time we found something out, bad stuff happens. So, That's why we're getting this, as I point down to the axe.
Still nod. All right, as long as you think it's safe.
All right. As you head back outside, Hector and Grant, as the two of you are in there and she finishes the first very, very thin copper coating, she takes it out, swaps out the vat for a new solution, and this time she hooks it up to a plate. But before she does that, you notice that she sort of starts scraping off the copper, kind of like while the solution is gearing up. She starts scraping off the copper underneath a lens, and she actually starts putting in some very intricate designs into the copper itself, and then puts down a layer of sort of a reversal tape in the same design before she puts it in with the silver. And then we put the silver down there, and we wait long enough for it to coat, and we should be good. And as she's doing this, her German Shepherd gets up, and she goes over and she sniffs Hector again. She seems oddly interested in Hector, just constantly sniffing him, and then kind of looking back at Sterling, and then sniffing Hector again.
The dog knows. The dog knows.
But she says, Puck, will you stop that? Leave the customers alone. Then he kind of lowers his ears and he comes back to her and he lays down.
This is a lot more intense than I thought it would be.
It's a lot more what?
Intense.
Oh. Yeah, well, it was a lot more intense before we learned about electroplating and the way to make it happen. Before then, it was all forges and you needed like a jeweler's where you had to alloy it. Beforehand, it was a whole big to-do. Now you just go to the store, get the car battery, and have a basic knowledge of working chemistry, and you're pretty much set. Probably got to let it sit for maybe 10 more minutes.
All right. Once again, I do appreciate you doing this.
Oh, it's no trouble. I'm guessing you're helping to deal with that bear bird thing.
If we can, that's the goal.
Well, if you do, that would be very nice. I like living here. I may stick out like a sore thumb, and she kind of gestures to her hair and very pale face with freckles. But it's still nice. The people here are pretty great, and the job I've got here is, it's quiet, and I like it.
Been very hospitable, and that Denny's down the road has been amazing. I will tell you that.
Really? I've always been avoiding it, trying like the local restaurants. It's really amazing. It's not just like a regular Denny's.
Yeah, it's regular. Honestly, it's the same menu that they have back in New York. It's honestly pretty nice.
Oh, you're from New York?
Yeah, the city.
Oh, I haven't been there in years. Has it changed at all?
Unfortunately, no.
Good news and bad news. What about you? And she looks towards Hector. Where are you from?
I am also from New York. New York.
Oh, two native New York City boys. Did you two know each other?
Yeah.
Not at all.
Not previously.
Oh.
Just happened to be a coincidence.
Yeah. Guess that's not really rare. Being in a large city. Like, what's the population there? Like 1 million or 3 million or something?
Nation of
Not sure.
your
She kind of says, yeah, sorry, I guess that's kind of a weird thing. I mean, who knows the population of their city? I couldn't tell you what the population of Tuba City is.
Oh, Jesus, there's more people than I thought.
How many is it?
It's more like a little over 8 million.
Fuck, they're
As of
multiple,
2019,
like,
8.4 million.
Okay.
For comparison, LA has a little under 4 million. Chicago has 2.7.
Well, I guess you wouldn't know the exact number. But, well, actually, do have something for both of you. Definitely not because it's kind of awkward standing here. And she goes into a small backpack that she has, and she takes out a wooden box, and she takes a silver key off of her neck, and she unlocks it. And she sets it down on the table, and the outside of this box is not very impressive at all. It looks like this box is ready to fall apart at any moment. It looks like it's made out of wood that she just like found off of the side of the road. But as she opens it up, the inside is just wood stained and lacquered. It is just a gorgeous stain, probably some sort of an oak. And on the inside is a number of writings. What languages do you both know?
English, Spanish, and sign language.
Okay. Hector?
That'd be... Where is it? I believe it's under notes. Other? No. Description. 5. I keep forgetting where languages is on D&D Beyond.
It's on the bottom left.
It's in the bottom left of the first page.
Ancient Greek, Common, Latin, Spanish.
Okay. You can both roll me a general intelligence check to recognize.
Hey, that's my thing.
5.
Okay.
My rolls today on point.
16.
All right. Grant, you. Oh, that's also a save, but for you, Grant. But
it's the same thing.
Yeah. So, Grant, you have no idea what language this is. It definitely uses English characters for the most part, but the style is so artistic that you can't quite identify the language. Hector, you identify this as German, even though you can't read it. The double dots above the U, whatever they're called.
An umlaut, yeah.
Umlaut, that's the word.
I am German.
Yeah. You can recognize it. It seems to be long words and phrases, sort of written in varying sizes on the inside of this box. And in the bottom of the box are 4 trays filled with small bottles that each have looks to be very sort of herbalistic components. She opens the box, and they all seem to have words written on each of the bottles in marker. I'm sort of a tea enthusiast, I guess you could say. So I've kind of been trying to start a little side business. If you would like, I can give each of you tea to sample, try, tell me your personal thoughts. As thanks for dealing with the beasties at the hospital.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
All right. Well, if you can't guess by my name, my father kind of enjoyed puns, and he unfortunately passed it down to me as well. Let me finish up the music. Do you know how to repeat it?
Yep. It is plus repeat 1 for just the 1 track. And you should see a little check mark come up underneath it if you put it in correctly.
Yeah, but the song technically ended, so I have to start back and play that again. Okay, now it should repeat. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, she pulls up the little glass vial from the far right. I'd like to call this one Invincibility, and instead of the T at the end being TY, it's -TEA. It's sort of get you ready for the day, ready to take on just about anything. Keeps you going. And she puts it down. She picks up the next one. This one is called Reliability. That more kind of gets you going. Makes you ready to solve any sort of problems that the day can kind of throw at you. I like to have one before I'm doing some really intensive work. And the last one She pulls up the file in the third slot and says, reality. This one I use if I'm working on any sort of vision-based projects. Kind of sharpens it up to some degree. So if you'd like, you could each choose one of the kinds, or you can each choose two of the same. I've got multiples of each. And I'll say you can both make an investigation check if you'd like. Oof. Grant, you're just so enthralled by the teas that she's holding up and just like thinking about all the possibilities. What could this taste like? Is it more like chamomile? Is it more like mint?
My rolls, man.
All right, 28.
20.
Guidancing that too. Whew, buddy.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
All right, you notice that there is the fourth slot that she didn't introduce, and that says immortality with the TEA again at the end. So you can each either have one, or you can both choose the same, and just sort of give me your impressions after you drink it. Yeah, no pressure, Oh, that's right. And she actually hands you her name and number, Grant. And if I could have your contact information.
Oh, yeah, of course. And pass it over.
All right. As you pass that over. So now that I have your name, just tell me what you think after you try it. Brew it for about 10 minutes. Tastes best. Then after that, drink it up.
I'll try that. The first one was invincibility.
Yep, invincibility, reliability, and reality.
Okay.
All right. And how about you, Hector? And you notice that the dog is kind of sitting at your side now, kind of like sniffing you and kind of looking at everything.
I'll just kind of do the first one.
You also want invincibility?
Yeah.
All right. She takes it out and she hands you both the two small glass vials. All right. I'm guessing you two don't have random tea infusers on your person, do you?
Unfortunately not.
Okay. And she goes into the box and she actually pulls out two. They're my last two, but I can always run to the shop and grab some more. I kind of need them anyway. And she hands you each one. All right. So after you try it, just send me your thoughts. Too bitter? Does it compare to any other sort of tea? Bonus points if you give it some sort of what's the word? An adverb, an adjective? Like earthy or.
Are you recording this for a vlog?
No, I don't have a vlog. I don't really do social media. Never been a big fan. The way I see it, it's kind of like standing on a street corner with a giant bullhorn, shouting out your innermost thoughts. I don't know anybody well enough or have any thoughts that strong to do it. It's just from a personal use for future tea-making endeavors. And she looks over at the axe, and that should be enough time. She takes it, she disconnects the jumper cable, and she takes it over and dunks it in some sort of a solution that she prepared beforehand. She never really explained what it did. And she starts drying it off with a towel, holding it up to the light, looking for any imperfections. And that is a fine-looking blade. All right. And she hands it over to you. Should be fine for the time being. You shouldn't have to change up your sharpening that much. I put several layers of the silver on it. It's going to be a little bit more malleable than the iron underneath. So when you sharpen it, try to really wet down whatever sharpening stone you use. Maybe use some sort of an oil on it instead of water. Other than that, should be good to go.
Thank you. I appreciate this.
Happy to help. If you ever need anything else, you know where to find me.
Of course. Look towards Hector. Do we need anything else while we're here?
Not that I know of.
Well, I may be a little biased, but the shop up front does have very nice sort of souvenirs for any friends or family.
All right, well, we'll take a look on our way out. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Nice meeting you both. Agent Grant, Agent Hector.
Just Grant's fine.
Right. As the two of you head out into the front store, you see the goblin there, who is now actually working with a customer, advertising a tapestry showing two wolves howling at the moon as you pass by.
I'll take a look at the souvenirs before I go. I want to keep promising.
You see a number of things. Mostly it is musical instruments, occasional smoking pipes, what do you call them? Dream catchers, some small pieces of artwork, and some jewelry, like earrings with like feathers dangling from them, beads for hair, necklaces, and small amulets. A lot of animal patterns on it. All of it traditional Navajo design, despite the fact that they aren't actually made by a traditional Navajo. But you notice that the prices are tourist store prices. They, if something is worth like 10 gold, they charge probably like 13 or 14 for it, just because of the location and the fact that they're probably going to be used as their specialty goods and probably used as gifts. So they're upsold a little bit, but it's not exorbitant.
Mm-hmm. I'll get a small dream catcher on my way out.
Okay. Hector, are you buying anything?
Is there anything of any, is there any, gems in this place? Not, actual gems, but, some actually, good shit.
Most of the gems that you see here are turquoise.
Well, no, I don't mean, literal gems. I mean, good finds. Something that's surprisingly better than, what you would normally find at a tourist attraction like this.
Make me an investigation check, and Grant, the dream catcher is 2 gold. Which again, it's basically just sticks with stones sort of wrapped together with twine. It's 5 silver would.
My mom's side actually is Native American, so I've seen plenty of in my life.
Yeah. All right, investigation 12. You don't find anything that really stands out. The only thing that really stands out is pretty much anything that has silver in it. You can see why this person apparently had job offers. It is master crafted stuff. So when it comes to everything else, where it's overpriced for the silver products, it's probably underpriced. You see a ring with that appears to be several vines and then a rose bursting at the top. And you take a closer look at it and you can actually see the veins in the rose and the vines itself. This stuff is master crafted, far more than a woman who appeared to be in her early 20s should have really been able to produce. She is probably a very prodigious talent. So are you buying anything or?
Nah.
All right. As the two of you exit, you meet back up with Rachel and Terrence outside. Is there anything you want to discuss or anywhere else you want to go?
Sorry, I stepped away for half a second. So coming out, I'll be like, well, got the axe taken care of, so actually I'll be able to do something this time. Do we have any other steps we need to do before we, I guess, just try to go after the thing that, the whatever?
Not that I can think of.
Otherwise, I think we should just head out. I think that's probably going to be our best bet. We have a general location.
Oh, unless we want to buy more healing goods. See if we can find more health potions from...
I mean, I can take us over there to see if he's got any others. I'm still good on mine. So... I don't really get hurt that often, honestly.
All right, so you all... yeah. I was gonna say it's like you, said the person who got sniffed by a skinwalker.
Look, I said I haven't been really.
All right.
I'm still waiting for half a second. I can still hear it though.
Sorry, what'd you say?
So I'm stepping away for half a second. I can still hear it though.
Got it. All right. So you're all heading over to Caton's house.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So as you all head over to Caton's home, it's probably about noon-ish now. As you drive up to his house, the outside is still as pristine and filled with nature as ever. Just about every plant out here in the Southwest, it's not so much green as it is like a green brown, and this is like the only place that you've seen so far that has actual greenery to it. Even things that are typically green brown are like a vibrant green here. As you step up and knock on the door, Caton answers, and as you look down at this graying or mostly gray cougar tabaxi, he looks up at you, and the dark circles under his eyes are even more severe than they have been. Oh, hey, I was actually about to talk to you, or about to call all of you, and you notice that he's actually got an apron on and leather gloves as well. I figured if you guys were going to go after these bastards, I should probably help however I could, since I have my busted flipper. And he kind of points to his leg. I decided I would make you some more healing potions. I've got 3 of the regular ones, as he kind of like squints his eyes and kind of rubs his temples. I got 3 of the regular ones, and I've got 2 of the better ones. Working on a 3rd now, but that probably won't be done for another 6 hours. But I didn't know when all of you wanted to leave.
Funny enough, we were coming by to check for those because we are going to go take vengeance for your apprentice now.
He kind of pauses and looks up at you, and you say that, and then he closes his jaw and he kind of nods. Thank you. I really wish I could be there with you. I tried giving my leg another few doses of healing last night, but it took too long before I got to heal it the first time. It has to heal a little bit more naturally. I mean, I'm healing at a pretty fast pace, but not fast enough. So, hang on. And he rolls back into his house, and he rolls back into his kitchen, and you see that he has like next to his sink, he has all of the cabinets pulled down, and he has like a hot plate as well as like a small little self-contained Bunsen burner, as well as several herbs that are hanging up to dry. And the entire left side of the sink is just like a mess from him working all night. The sink is filled with beakers and test tubes and dishes. Some mortar and pestles, everything that you can name is just sort of piled in the sink. As he goes to the back, picks up 5 potions off of the side and wheels them back to you. He kind of has to put them in his lap in order to wheel them back to you with 2 hands. All right, here's the 3 basic ones, and here's the 2 better ones.
I'll take them for now, but we'll divide them up later because I think probably the bigger ones should go to the frontliners. Well, yeah.
Okay.
I will go. You do know this is a very big help. Even though you can't go with us, this is a very big help. Like, I thank you a lot. This will help keep us alive and hopefully defeat this thing, because last time Rachel's gonna look a little down. It lightninged me out of existence.
Hey, what doesn't kill us? I actually never really liked that saying. What doesn't kill us doesn't make us stronger. It can actually really suck and hurt. Just now you know.
Doesn't kill you, we'll try harder next time.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yes, what doesn't kill you will try harder next time. I like that saying. I think I'm going to use that now, if that's all right.
Go for it.
I was actually thinking about what spells I could possibly use to help you out, but none of them really last long enough. I mean, this might, and he kind of goes up and he casts water breathing on each of you. And he's kind of like, it's
as we're in like the desert.
He's just like cast it on. He's like, you can breathe underwater now. I don't know. I don't think that's going to help, but who knows?
It could try to drown us.
I like quickly look at the map and see like beyond like borders. It's like, oh, completely different area.
There is a place called Kaimito River that is north of you, but
I'm looking at it. Yeah. Very far north.
Yeah, well, it's actually close to where you're going to go. South of Lecce is where you're going to be. So it's close. It's probably not enough to drown you in, but it's there.
Ironic, the firefighter dies by drowning.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
All right. So that is everything that he can do. So that's all I can do to really help. Everything else runs out too quickly. And Grant, as you're there talking to Caton, you notice that there are more crows on the tree that he has on the outside of his property. Again, just sort of looking at you.
Noticed you've had an abundance of animals around here, just in general. Walked up, deer seem pretty calm, and you got a lot of birds and stuff right now. I noticed the greenery here is something. Do you do anything around here to make it like a haven?
There's a nice spell that kind of helps rejuvenate the plant life around a place. That's most of it, but then after you do that, it kind of takes care of itself. One of the benefits of sort of being a druid is nature tends to like you. It tends to respond favorably. So whenever I set up in a place, plants just sort of perk up. Animals sort of know that it's a safe place to stay. So that's why I kind of made the little dish for the water out there. And you look out and you see the circular pond with the tiling on the bottom. It's sort of a small little pool. Give them a nice safe place to drink and eat. They only really use it when they need to recover from something. Or they just sort of come by, eat some berries, things like that. But it's mostly takes care of itself.
All right. Well, here, let me try to, I'm going to start, like, taking out, like, gold to give to him for the potions and such.
He goes, no, it's completely on me. It's the least I could do to help. Just good luck and come back. If you have to run away and then try again another day, that's fine. Just, we've already had enough deaths from this thing. We don't need more.
All right, so we will definitely try our best. Thank you.
He nods, and he slowly wheels himself back and closes the door.
All right. Let's divvy those up, just in case.
Oh, hey, Ryan, you're here.
Rye's been listening for a while.
Oh, right. I just didn't actually see his token until now. All right. And your potion belts have 2 slots in them, so whoever's getting the regular potions or the better potions, just let me know.
Yeah. I think we should give one of the bigger potions to Grant. Off the top of my head, that's all I can think of since he's targeted and the frontliner right now. Other than that, does anyone else want one of the bigger potions? Or should we just give both of them to Grant?
I would probably give both of them to him.
Yeah.
Glug, 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 swings axe, glug, 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 glug.
Yeah, we're just looking at you like...
Dude, hey, I will tell you, man, potions can save lives. They can make the difference between a TPK and you killing a god. Let me tell you that.
Yes, they can. A CR freaking 40 god.
45.
45? I thought it was only 40. Holy shit.
45.
Right. Otherwise, my character will take another one of the small ones since I've...
They're greater potions, right?
Yes, the 2 are greater potions and the 3 are just regular potions.
Plan is to use Grant as a meat shield.
Yeah.
Go, Grant! Go! We're behind you. You got this.
All right, so Grant, yours are both going to be the...
Yes, I have. If ever you want, in D&D Beyond, if you do look at the sheet at all, I have an item called Potion Belt, and I will have whatever potions in there.
Okay. All right. So you are all set to go kill skinwalkers.
Yep. For the 2 remaining lesser potions, does anyone want to grab those? Because I took 1.
I guess I'll take one.
All right, and that's 1 down. And does Rye or Herons want 1?
And this is just like a regular healing potion?
Yep, regular healing potion. You got 3 regulars and 2 graders.
And he already has a potion, so I'll defer if he needs a potion to take it.
Just gonna throw it out there. Rachel has been dying literally more than anyone.
Yeah,
There was also that one time I got like 1 shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, that was just bad luck with like a crit or whatever it was.
You just rolled almost max dice. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And of course, I was 35 feet away, so I couldn't do my channel divinity. There's a ricochet back to it.
And of course, you started floating immediately after, making it hard to save you. So it was just a bunch of bad stuff.
It was a bad time.
Rachel has been like consistently like the first person to attack and therefore the first person to get hit.
Yeah. It was just a bad time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cows, man. Freaking cows.
All right. Do we want to head back towards the canyon and see if that was the last sighting we had?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. Let's do this.
So I'm taking the 2 lesser healing potions, and then one's going to Hector, right? Or
Yeah. One's going to me, and then
as we're going there, when we get like 5 minutes away from our destination, we'll just brew the tea brews for about 10 minutes before we're able to drink.
Correct.
So like 15, 20 minutes away, I'll just like do it just for like calming nerves, so I'll just start brewing it and set it down while I'm driving. That way I can go and then I can start sipping it when we're almost there.
Okay. As you start brewing the invincibility while you're driving, make me a driving check to like not spill it since you're brewing tea while driving.
Well, I didn't know how these things. Am I actually like having to use both hands to like do this?
use your knee.
I don't know what like type of device I have. I thought it was kind of like I just you put it in and then it just goes. It's like a Keurig essentially for my.
We can just get.
I don't genuinely know what I was given.
That's okay. It is a glass vial full of tea leaves. Basically, you put it in like a metal infuser, basically like a tea bag, and then you have to like drop that in there. It's sort of like a what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of like
he just let you do it while he drives.
Like a fully closed off ladle.
I go to start doing it. I go, nah, it's not gonna work. I hand it off to Sev in the back.
Okay.
Can you do this for me? I appreciate it. Helps calm nerves.
All right.
And he said he'll brew it well.
Yeah, I see it. I'll say roll something for Sev. Roll a d20, like a dex check for Sev, just because again you're brewing tea while driving. It's not really something that can. Yeah, that's fine.
Roll for tea making.
Yeah. All right, I will text you. Hey, you have a voice. Hey, man.
And that's where we're gonna end today's session.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Right. As Sev, you brew this tea. You smell it. It smells very, very herbal. Not in a good way, but not in a bad way. Kind of like you just walk into the tea aisle of a store and all of the scents are kind of clashing. Are you going to add anything more to it? Milk, honey?
Oh no, you don't add shit to tea. You drink tea. Unless it is a tea specifically made for it, you do not add anything to your tea.
Agreed.
Excuse
You're wrong,
me?
sir.
No, you enjoy the flavor of the tea itself. Otherwise, it doesn't matter what tea you have.
Put milk or cream in your tea. I can see every now and again you putting a little bit of honey in it, depending on the type of tea.
Ugh.
But usually I drink mine.
The only type of cream you should add to any tea is if it is specifically made for that flavor profile.
Ugh.
Yeah, and you drink it raw.
Ugh.
No.
You do not put anything in your tea.
Listen to your wife.
That is the
Rye.
point of tea.
Excuse me.
I respond to you with this gif.
I like my milk tea. Okay.
And you're wrong. That's fine.
No.
Yes.
Tea is nothing more than hot leaf juice.
Yes, and sometimes that
That's
hot
what
leaf
it
juice
is.
is delicious.
You don't need anything. If it's good tea, you don't need anything. If it's
All right.
bad tea, then why'd you buy
I
bad
just
tea?
really like the extra flavor.
It brings it out. All right.
Put a little bit of cream in there,
Let's agree to disagree.
a sugar cube. and we're
So,
good.
you said you're messaging me a thing.
Yep, I'm in the process of doing that.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
As
Cool.
you drink this tea, the warmth seems to radiate through your limbs. You feel it kind of almost like a nice warm lead in your gut. You feel it sort of energize you, toughen you. You now have the resolve to face the day, to face whatever the day can throw at you.
Yeah.
As you drink this tea. But also as you drink it, you realize it's not good tea. It's not bad, but it's not really good either. If you would never pay money to drink this tea.
I will now. I was kind of like it's like a very bitter. It's like I like bitter, but that's bitter.
Does the tea make him invincible?
I feel good, but man, this tastes awful.
So after you finish drinking the tea, it's just not great tea.
Every time I take a sip, you just keep hearing like the smacking of lips in the front, just that getting that taste out of your mouth type of thing.
Yeah.
And as you finish the tea, as you make your way off of the main road and onto the dirt road towards, I think you also that you were heading to the canyon where you found.
Yeah, the last sighting we had.
Okay. As you all head up to the canyon to where you found Gregory, are you going to attempt to drive up again?
Do we want me to drive through again? It's pretty rough roads. I just don't want our van to get stuck. Or do we want to just take this on foot?
We probably should take this on foot. You can give us an inspiring speech while we go up there.
Yes, I can. I definitely will.
That's what I wanted. I want that little temp HP.
Hey, you spent a feat on it. Get it, man.
Yeah, I did. I better use it. Like it's one of those things where it's like I'm going to do it anytime any of it gets used. Cause like there's literally no reason not to because it's free.
Yeah.
So it's one of the so like just assume that I always use it.
Okay. All right. So as you are, what were you saying?
Oh, and 7 temp HP, right?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So sorry, Grant, are you driving or no?
No, I'm gonna park the car to the side. That way, we don't,
Okay.
nothing too bad happens to it.
All right. As you park the car and everybody hops out, Hector giving you a very inspiring speech. Hector, what's your inspiring speech about this time?
I just I guess I'll I don't know. I'll just give a really good pep talk. Like, yeah, you guys are like amazing. It's great working with you all. You're the best coworkers ever. You know, we're all here at this corporation. We are all one family. Just your typical inspiring speech. He may or may not have Googled one or two of them.
And as Hector strokes all of your egos while also complimenting a company, also complimenting the Bureau of the Arcane and the Paranormal, a little suspiciously, loudly making sure that his phone catches everything, and so does everybody else's. Who knows when the NSA is watching? You start heading back up into the hills where you were the day before. It's the middle of the day as the sun shines down on you. It is especially hot given the time of the day, and there's very little shade due to the sun being directly above you. As you start walking, you sneeze a few times due to the dust that you're kicking up as you walk. There are a few animals. A lizard runs up and watches you as you all pass. The underbrush occasionally catches on your feet, and you have to kind of pull yourself loose. There are a few cactuses growing, but other than that, most of what you see is just underbrush and the occasional ironwood tree roasting in the hot sun. You make your way through the canyons, trying to get back to where you found Gregory before. I'll need a nature check from who's leading this. Who's leading the group?
Sev.
Sure.
All right, is someone else giving advantage or anything?
I'm not
I'll
proficient.
give him guidance.
Okay. Are you proficient in survival, Grant?
I sure. Oh,
Survival, yes.
Okay, then yeah. Roll me that survival check with advantage and a d4.
Yeah, because at first you said nature. Nature, I'm not. Survival, I am.
Yeah.
so survival
Yep.
with it. 13 with a +7.
Plus a d4 for guidance.
15.
Respectable.
Yeah, and
With a
for the...
+7.
Well,
Level
sure.
4.
Yeah, I was going to say also proficiency dice, not just the blanket +7.
Oh, dude.
Yep.
Yes.
I know. You were the one who started the proficiency dice.
I know.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, the fucking
4.
D4.
Yeah, you're about to go up to d5 with the next level.
So the same.
Yeah.
the same.
So 15.
Yep.
All right. It's a little bit harder to find your way back to a place than it is to outright just find an actual town. But you're able to do it with relative ease. You're able to recognize some landmarks that you sort of plugged into the back of your mind.
So there's also tire tracks probably going through, right?
Yeah, you're right. There are probably a few tire tracks. Yeah, so you're able to follow a combination of tire tracks, the occasional loose rock from Grant running over it with a truck.
It's a van. It's fine.
Yes. But you're able to get back to the same canyon area where you found Gregory the day before. And as you get closer and you see the little bit of blood stain left by Gregory, you notice that as you get down and sniff it, it now smells rotten and putrid, very similar to the interior of the truck from the day before. Right. And from there, where would you like to go? Where would you like to investigate? How would you like to find these people?
Do we see any animals or anything nearby?
Roll me a perception check. And if someone else would like to either give advantage or make their own.
I'll give advantage to Grant.
All right. Are you proficient in perception?
Use
Yes,
my
I
own
am.
and guidance myself.
Only 2 people can make checks, or 1 person with
Yeah.
advantage.
Okay, then I will give one of them guidance.
All right. Grant, roll an extra d4. All right, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Let's go.
All right.
It's like first roll over a 10 all session.
As you look around, you now see some about 4 vultures sort of resting on an ironwood tree. As they look at you, one of them gets up and flies off to the north. And as you look straight up, you again see that small little black speck that you realize is a drone. Hovering about 300 feet up above you, give or take.
I wonder if they're drawing this from the groupie.
Sorry, what?
No, because I was thinking. You said the journalist was back there, so I wonder if possibly his. But I don't know.
Hector,
Yes.
how far can your eyeball hummingbird go?
So
Can it scout?
It can go up as far as it wants. But it has to be within 100 feet of me if I want to be able to look through it.
Can you give it a command? Like, hey, if you find this, come back.
Yeah, I can have it do that. Yeah, I'll just give it the command to scout and alert me of any danger.
Smart.
And then I'll keep up a guidance on myself, just in case we run into anything hostile.
Okay.
Good idea. Kind of thinking the same avenue. I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace.
Or well, I guess I'll hold a guidance in case we run into trouble.
It's honestly the same thing as to whether or not you cast it repeatedly or not, because it both requires concentration. So yeah, you guidance yourself as you go, and Severin.
Pass Without a Trace.
Yep. And Severin casts Pass Without a Trace. You again see that sort of an orb of heat wave radiate out from Severin, almost like a heat wave made of darkness. Expand out, balloon out, and as you look out, everything seems to be under a very, very slight heat haze, and you feel a bit more stealthy than you were before. And where are all of you heading?
So it seems really weird, but those vultures, I don't know if they're related. They went north. That's an idea, but otherwise, we're just kind of gonna have to pick a direction. Does anyone have any preferences, or?
I think your idea of going north after the vultures is probably our best guess.
They could just be normal vultures, but you know.
Well,
Something to go off rather than.
Caton did say to look towards animals being funky, so it's the best way we have.
Yeah. All right, let's head out. Keep an eye for crows or ravens. Ravens, yeah. What was
Coyotes.
I'm just saying, Chris. I see ravens or crows. I always get mixed up.
The first time were crows. This last time were vultures.
No, I'm talking. So when I had walked out of the hotel and then outside of Kate's house.
Yeah, those were crows, and this time it was ravens.
Those times are okay.
Yeah, so 2 out of 3 were crows. The third one was raven, or the third one was vultures.
Yeah, keep an eye out for crows. I've been seeing them a lot. I saw them also at Kate's house. I just didn't want to scare him by saying possibly something was near him. So
Also, the last bird had antlers. If you see anything with antlers, anything out of the ordinary, that's our first lead.
all right, let's do this. As we begin walking north.
All right, I'll say this as all of you head out. This is where we will take break, about 5-minute break.
Cool.
So back at about 20 after.
Just in time.
End the session. Let's go.
Yeah, just in time to sit down.
Yeah, right.
How was dinner, Rye?
Man, it was my favorite bar restaurant that we went to. Had a couple of nice brewskis.
Is it a local place or a chain?
Yeah, so the brewery itself is actually, and I know, Trash Can of America, it's from Ohio.
Yeah, the armpit of the U.S.
But there is a branch here in Pittsburgh, and it's like my favorite place to go to. It's great.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
What
Fatheads.
Fatheads. Oh, Fathead. Yeah, you told me about Fathead.
Yep.
Remember, because Malachi was looking it up too at one point.
My favorite. They have
Such a fun name.
Yeah, dude, and their logo is literally a fat head. It's fucking great. They have a beer that comes out this time of year. Every year, it's called Spooky Tooth. It's like a pumpkin ale, super dark, super heavy. It tastes so good. It's like drinking a pumpkin pie. It's great.
See, I've never been a beer guy. I can't. I'll do like ciders and stuff like that. I'm just not big into weedy taste.
I never was for a long time, but before I started working at the hospital, I worked at a bar, and we would all have to taste test the drink so you can like tell the customers like, hey, this.
Oh, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah, and I'm a big like snobby IPA guy now, but like when I started working at the bar, I thought it was the most disgusting thing on the planet.
Dude, I had Gumball Head. So I was like, I'm gonna try it out. So I ordered a Gumball Head at the bar. I'm like, this is just not good. But I bought it, so I'm gonna sit here and drink it, just be miserable the whole time.
Absolutely an acquired taste, because I was there right there at the start. Like, oh my god, like this is repulsive. Why? Like, how does anybody sit down and drink this? And now here I am, that guy. I always order an IPA when I go out to drink.
It just like, so I have to. I'm making a menu item for this upcoming 10-year anniversary for the restaurant, and basically a bunch of people get to make part of the 9-course meal, and it's paired with a wine. So mine's with a Ghost Runner wine that I've never had. I'm not a wine guy. So I'm like, I don't know what the fuck this thing tastes like. So I went out and bought it today. And me and my one coworker, that me and him are working together on this one. We're going to taste test it at work tomorrow. And that way we can develop a menu item and that goes well with it.
What kind of wine is it?
It is a red wine. It's a very berry-based wine.
What's it called? Ghost Runner?
Yes, one word. You just type
Ghost. So Ghost Runner.
Ghost Runner will be something else. You have to type in Ghost Runner wine.
Well, Ghost Runner wine is a brand. Is it a specific?
It's the ungrafted red.
Ungrafted red. I got it. It is pairs well with lamb, apparently. It is a Zinfandel wine, which is like a semi-sweet. It's one of my go-tos. Yeah, it says it pairs well with lamb, so if that helps at all.
Where did you see that? Because I looked at it. I didn't look too much online. I just got it's sending them.
Just winesearcher.com.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll send you the link.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm not a wine guy. And when I do, I like my bubbly dries. So, like, Mary.
I'm not a wine guy. It's all right.
I'm not either. Every now and again, I'll get one, but I'm much more a beer guy.
I'm definitely just kind of a liquor guy.
Liqueur. What's your liquor
I
of
like my
choice?
whiskeys.
Your whiskeys. A lot of guys will say that. I'm a gin guy.
It's like grandma alcohol.
Yeah, I like drinking my pine sap.
Hey, I like my rum. I like my sweet. Well, I and then I drink freaking spiced rum too. So it's like, you know.
Okay. Like a Captain Morgan.
Yeah.
I fucks with that.
Cool.
All right. Is everybody back?
Yeah.
Terrence?
Yeah, we were supposed to go do stuff.
Hello.
Yeah. All right. Everybody's back. All right. So as you decide to follow the crows north, you make your way through this. Yes, vultures. Well, before crows, now vultures.
Now vulture.
Yes. As you decide to follow them north through this canyon, the canyon is pretty steep, maybe ranging anywhere from 40 feet up to about 120 feet as you go. And as you look around, you notice that the plants and animals are all relatively vibrant. You trudge forward for maybe about a half an hour. In just the heat of this day, it's probably close to 1 o'clock at this point. By the time, yes.
I actually wanted to do something that I had pre-planned from last time.
Absolutely.
I'm going to take out the tuft of hair that I took from the hospital, from the bear, and cast locate animals with it. Try to focus in on the Wendigo.
Okay. Post locate animals for me.
Sure. I don't think a piece of it is required. You just kind of have to think about a specific creature. But I'm just using it as a focus.
Yeah, no, it's more
plants and animals. You're actually able to use this. That's so dumb.
Yeah. Are you ritual casting it?
I don't know if everybody's cool with sitting still for 10 minutes, but if not, I'm fine with using a spell slot.
You don't have to sit still with ritual casting with mine.
Oh, then yeah, absolutely. While we're walking.
Okay. As you walk this, you take out the bit of bear fur, still having a little bit of blood matted on it. And as you focus on it for the 10 minutes, as you finish, you feel the world underneath your feet. You feel the veins of the earth. You feel connected with all the plants and animals around you. Nothing that you can really differentiate, but as you send out that pulse, it comes back, and you feel something far to the north. Look, northeast or west. I never get east and west correct. Hang on.
They never eat sour watermelons.
What?
Never eat sour watermelons.
Spells we.
I understand the concept of west. I don't need to remember north, south, east, west. I just forget which way is east and which one is west.
Yes, so just go clockwise. Never eat sour watermelons. That is a compass rose.
But I can draw the compass
never
rose.
eat soggy waffles.
Yeah,
Okay.
Never eat soggy waffles is one, but I did never eat sour watermelons.
Northeast. You feel something mostly north, slightly to the east.
Sure.
And which way is east? Never eat sour watermelons. What?
I will kind of like just point in that direction and say I'm getting something in that direction. We're going the right way.
Ooh, let's keep heading that way. At least we had the bright idea going north.
And I can do that periodically while we're walking if we need to adjust.
Does your spell tell you how close we are to them?
No, I just learned the direction. Oh wait,
And the distance.
Distance. Yeah.
All right, I'll say it's about 3 miles in that direction.
All right.
Yeah, we're that way about 3 miles.
If we do a light trot, we can get there in about 18 minutes. That's a pretty light trot.
Light trot.
Yeah, you look at Grant just saying that, and he's just very well built. It's like, yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, I'm above average Dex and Con, so I could probably keep up, but I'd rather not.
I also have the additional movement speed, so it's just like straight out, just like, yeah.
And you're all also in a deep...
Very true.
Yeah. Why do I keep on wanting to call it a cave or a cavern? Canyon. That's the word. Yeah. There's too many C words for...
Nah, man, you're good.
Structures. All right, you're also in a deep canyon, so if you were to go straight as the crow flies, then that would be your time, but you're kind of taking a snaking path.
I said what I said.
All right. So as you inform them as to the location of the creatures that you're after, and Grant starts exercising, apparently getting ready to just climb and, I don't know, probably parkour his way to the destination, you all continue forward as a group around the snaking canyon.
So we're just like, you go, Grant, you go.
And as you travel for about another... Wait, is Pass Without a Trace ritual? No, it's not.
No.
Okay. And as you travel for about another 15 minutes, Grant and Sev, the two of you are in front.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Sev, you're continuously casting the find locate creature. Oh wait, shit! You cannot ritual cast it with pass without a trace up, because then it takes more than a minute to cast.
That is a fair point.
Yes, I only learned that because your game, and now I feel bad about it.
No, you
it's
can't.
fine.
You can't do that.
I wish
You can't concentrate on a spell and ritual cast.
you also can't concentrate on a spell and cast anything that has a casting time greater than an action.
Well, locate plants or animals is an action. So I will use the spell slot for it just to keep pass without a trace up.
Okay. All right. So then, yes,
Once
Rachel.
we hit about 5 minutes away from where we are, I am going to cast invisibility. By the way.
Okay. All of you are walking, and all of a sudden, Rachel just disappears in a shimmer. And about 10 minutes after Rachel disappears, Grant and or Sev, make me a perception check. Either one of you with advantage or both of you.
You want to roll with advantage? Or you want to roll separate?
Let's both roll.
Cool.
Oh, right.
Okay.
I keep forgetting about the. Yep.
Same.
Still the same. All right. As you start moving forward, you peer around a large boulder as you turn a corner, and you notice several dark figures lying in the dirt and underbrush in front of you as you start to round this corner in the canyon.
Mm-hmm.
Can we tell what exactly it is?
Nope, because I don't have dark vision.
It's not dark. It's in the shadow.
Okay.
They're dark figures. They aren't in the dark.
Oh.
Like they're wearing something dark, or there's something about them. They're partially covered under the dirt as well.
I try to inconspicuously kind of just nudge Grant. I assume he's closest to me, and kind of like nod in that direction.
Can I see like exactly what they are?
No, the 12. The two of you can't really see that much of them. As you kind of now notice them and kind of pay a bit more attention to them, you see that they're wearing dark clothes, and they are partially covered under the loose dirt of the area. There's also some bushes growing over the top of one of them. They just seem to be scattered around, partly in your path, partly slightly off there.
About how far?
Maybe 60 feet away from you.
All right. So if we keep it low, they probably won't be able to hear us.
I can always forward investigate.
Yeah. Kind of keep it down low. Like, hey, there's a couple of figures over in that direction. Don't look directly at them. Do you want to try to just walk by, be ready, or do you want to kind of see what's up?
Well, she's right here as I point to a random direction because I don't know where Rachel is. She's invisible. So do we want her to just go over there and sort of see what she sees?
And you still have passed without a trace up. It's got about another 10 minutes on it.
And, Rachel, you good with just going over there and scouting?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Just a voice from nowhere says that.
Good. And I go to push you, and I just push the air.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to stealth my way over there and investigate the figures. So.
All right. As you start stealthing your way away from the party, you do notice that that all of a sudden the sound around you seems to come back. Your footsteps sound a lot louder than they did as you exit the Pass Without a Trace, and they're still remarkably silent given your your training and experience, but they still just sound louder, kind of like the noises that you make in midnight when you're trying to be quiet seem to sound like a cacophony.
Okay.
Right, make a stealth check as you go.
Yep. All right. Oh god, that's not good. That's not good. I'm going to psychically boost myself by a d6. Come on, psychic boost, go. Oh,
buddy.
That's insult to injury there.
15 on a rogue.
Yeah.
Rough, bud.
I have double.
Hey, you rolled a 4 and you have what, 14? You added a 10 to that at level 4. So
15.
Yeah. 12, 13, 14? What?
8 plus 6.
It's not advantage. Oh, no, it would be. You're invisible. You're right.
Yeah.
You're correct. So, yes, 15. So, as you sneak forward, the footprints before you weren't leaving footprints, and now, again, you start to notice that you start leaving them again as you walk forward. And as you walk up to these dark figures, half buried, you see a helmet sticking out of the ground for the one closest to you. And as you get a little bit closer, it looks to be sort of like like that SWAT helmet, where it's the thick black metal on the head with the reflective visor on the front sticking out. And you also see the upper left portion of the body, just a left arm sticking out of the dirt. There doesn't seem to be any sort of insignia on them at all, but the figure appears to be wearing sort of like military or government grade body armor.
Oh, no.
And next to the body, half buried, you do see an assault rifle sticking out of the sand as well. Make me an investigation check.
Oh yeah, I give her the advantage. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Yeah, I always just take the first number if you roll advantage, because I do it anyway.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah. All right, 19. Based on how deep this person is buried, and as you kind of get a glance inside of the mask, this body has probably been here for a long time, probably at least a few years. It's weathered quite a bit. The gun has some rust on the outside of the barrel, and probably the inside as well. And as you look about, the rest of the figures seem to be similarly dressed, that same black gear, though the rest of them are also buried partly under the ground. You do notice that a few of them are a little bit different than the others. They have sort of a pink growth on them, but you have to go a little bit closer in order to investigate those.
I'll try and get a little bit closer.
All right. As you get a little bit closer to the one furthest north, this body appears to be a bit larger. It was probably a Goliath, or maybe probably a Goliath or a Minotaur if it didn't have horns. It's a much larger creature. And as you get closer, you notice that this isn't any sort of a mold or growth. It is skin that has overgrown this body, almost like a mold, covering the eyes. It's also growing over their black bulletproof vest, their pants, their boots, their helmet. This creature's helmet now seems to be fused to its skin with this overgrown flesh. The rest of their bodies have these long, thin growths covering them, almost like fleshy hair, but thicker. And there are also these long tendrils haphazardly growing out of their pink forms. The arms themselves seem to be boneless and elongated, and their mouth, and this creature's mouth is slack-jawed, and it seems to have this long prehensile tongue with sharp barbs just sort of lolling out of it. Again, it's hard to tell the original race, but your best guess is probably some sort of a Goliath or maybe a Minotaur without horns. It's that disfigured that it's hard to tell.
Thanks for that image.
Oh, I can post you what they look like. It's far more haunting.
I'll send it.
Do it.
I want to see what these nightmare fuel monstrosities look like.
Oh, wait, that's in music. That's fine. Hang on.
Oh God.
Yes.
Oh god.
And as you get a bit closer, you notice that these long tendril-like hairs start to twitch slightly and move and flow up and down their body in unison, almost like cilia. And make me... Actually, I'll let that investigation check go through. 19. And you notice that they seem to be pointing towards you, flowing up and down, reacting to your presence.
I'm going to fall back now and go back to, the safety of the party.
As you take a step back and start to move away, all of a sudden this creature lets out this guttural... As it's almost like a giant took a rope attached to its chest and yanked this creature upward as it's supporting itself solely on these tentacles in the back of its hands and the bottom of its feet, as its chest is just thrust into the air. And then it gets planted firmly on its feet, and the cilia just start waving in your direction. And as you look around, 3 more creatures seem to do the same motion as they just get jolted up by their chest, planted on their feet. And as they all look in your direction, they start staggering toward you. And I need you to roll me initiative.
All right.
All of us or just him?
Just him for the time being, since all of you are waiting in safety.
Gotcha.
Am I going to go to a different map or just roll initiative?
You are going to a different map. I just have to get it set up since everybody wasn't where I thought they would be.
Let me wait then, because as soon as I have a token, I'll roll initiative.
Okay, there you have it.
Right. Oh, that's... No, oh god.
Huh.
To the lover, please, gods of D&D, please.
Hey,
All right, there's the big one.
That's not great.
Hey, it would have been amazing. I would say everybody else can roll initiative as well, since you're probably going to be jumping in.
I've got my familiar up, so it probably would have alerted me or something.
Yeah, you can see these creatures. You can hear what happened. You may not be able to see her, but you can see them. And you are also still under the pass without a trace. Roll me a stealth check, the 4 of you back there. Plus 10 with the pass without a trace.
These things look like they can see through invisibility. That's not good.
That is kind of the sense that you got when their cilia seem to react to your movement.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 1 second.
And then you said... Alright, so it's advantage.
You have to repeat none. Then you have to next on this, and then you... it's a pain.
I added the wrong bonus. Mine's a 31, not a 33.
Repeat.
I am asset sneaking.
Didn't work.
So, here, give me 1 sec. I'll help you out. It's finicky to deal with. Spam.
Yeah.
It is. So you have to do plus repeats. I think it's like none. No, it's hang on. What was it? Repeat off. That's what it was. Repeat
That was it. Thank you.
off. Okay, repeats off. Then you hit that plus
Skip.
Skip.
There you go.
And then hit repeat 1, and it'll start looping this one.
Just
Love
Round
this
Table
one.
Rebel.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
this song's good.
It's amazing.
Mhm.
Such a good fight song. All right. And let me roll some quick perceptions for these boys.
Please roll bad on your perception. Oh, mother, loving God of D&D, please don't kill me.
Wow, they rolled like shit. Okay. I mean, they already see you. You walked right up to them. But... Oh, no, you're... What was your stealth?
15
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah, then... Yeah, they just get to you. Or they just see you, Rachel. But pretty much everybody else, you are, as a group... Oh, shit. Smile, you suck.
Yep.
Yeah, Sev, bringing up the... Do you have a plus
31.
Oh, right. Plus 10.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody else makes it. Everybody else, you feel pretty hidden. You don't seem to see any of these cilia aiming in your direction.
You're like, 2 pets that trace. I just look at my +1 with disadvantage. I'm like,
Hey, that saves you.
Yeah.
All right, so that's Sev, Rachel. And, do we have... Oh, Sev, you're... Oh, what's 31? Your stealth?
Stealth, yeah. I added a 5 instead of my dex is a 3.
Yep. And we also need one from Terrence, initiative.
I did both already.
Did you get?
Yeah. Oh, 18?
18 for stealth and the 22 for initiative.
Okay.
Is the 18 with the +10?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's rough.
All right. Then first up is Blonde Vest Tendrils. As this creature, it's pretty far away. How far are you exactly? Yeah. You see the cilia point towards you as well as it starts lumbering first on 2 legs, then on its arms, then the tentacles on its back start aiding it as it starts rushing towards you. Here. Its tentacles start grasping, reaching for you as it is going to use the rest of its movement to catch up to you.
God.
Gross.
What? Grant, you said something?
I said gross. That's all.
Oh, I thought you said Chris, and it's like, what?
No.
So I was like, what's happening? All right. Next up. Terrence, you are hidden within the faint shimmering of the Pass Without a Trace. You heard these creatures screech. You saw Rachel start to run back towards the group. Actually, running back towards the group. Also, you're over here, and he's there.
Well, we don't see Rachel.
Oh, yeah, you don't see Rachel.
We just
but
see,
you
I
see
think, her running towards where we think Rachel was.
Yes, you... Rachel, would you have said anything? Screamed out or anything, or no?
No. Rachel doesn't want. Rachel is just starting to catch on, so it's no, not yet. Not until my turn.
Okay, you see these creatures screech, and then all just start looking and heading towards this one spot, almost converging on it. But you feel pretty well hidden. You're pretty safe where you are.
I think all that he's really going to do is just cast mage armor on himself, and
Okay.
there's not a whole lot I can do.
As you see these odd tentacled creatures start converging on this point, you utter your arcane words, and a green barrier blips into existence over you and then goes back to invisibility as you cast mage armor. Is there anything else?
That is it.
All right. Sev, you see these creatures converging on this point as a green barrier blips up over Terrence standing next to you.
Can't leave Rachel out. Die.
Maybe they don't see her.
As long as I don't get hit, I should.
I check the pouch at my neck, make sure there's about 20 or so good berries in there. And then
yes. Your garbage bag full of good berries is in good shape.
I have 60 total. Only 20 is in my next pouch.
Okay.
And then I'm going to bonus action Wild Shape into the Moorbounder.
Okay.
Don't delete the token.
Thank you for reminding me I was about to do that. Right.
Just like throw it on GM layer, put the new one on the main token, you can still see the initiative of the original.
Moorbounder.
Well, if he puts it in the GM layer, then we won't be able to see the.
Yeah, but he can add the Moorbounders initiative to it, and he doesn't go, oh shoot, what was the initiative?
Yeah, I'm just gonna drag you off the map.
Yeah, that's fine.
There you go.
Cool.
All right. As
All
all of
right.
you see, Severin's form shape and shift as his equipment molds into his new large black beast form with large tusks and odd goat-like eyes.
Right. So we got 5, 10, 30, and then I'm gonna long jump over to here.
Rash.
And then I am going to melee claw swipe at the one right here, the smaller one.
All right. How much of a was that?
That was 60. I have 70 total.
Okay. Just double checking. All right. And which one are you swatting at?
The smaller one. The smaller one.
All right. Make your attack.
22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit.
And that is. Oh, why did you go away? 12 points of damage.
All right. I am going to attempt to keep track of these things AC down here, so it may not be perfect. Can you guys see the AC now? On the pink one?
Where?
On the pink one? Nope. Okay.
It'll only show up if you choose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm never sure when you can or can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, when you click on the token and the 3 orbs come up, that's usually how I personally track all of the, like, the monster stats, like the ones you need, like HP, AC, movement. But we don't have control of those tokens, so we can't click on them to see those pop up.
Okay. And yes, so 22 hits. Roll your damage.
12.
12.
12 points of non-magical slashing.
All right. As you reach forward and you scratch into this thing, you manage to actually remove some of the cilia off the side of its neck as your claw rakes against it, and it twists its head almost an inhuman angle and looks back at you. And again, you see that this creature has tendrils all over it, and it doesn't seem to have any eyes. The 12 misses.
That was damage.
12 points of damage.
Oh, okay. Yes. All right. Do you have multi-attack?
I do not. So it's just the one attack for the. So that was bonus action, movement, action. That is turn.
All right. And next up is Helmet Vest tendrils. All right. All right. This creature is again going to do that same odd loping gait, almost like it's not completely in control of its own body, or it's just not used to moving around. And as it gets in close to you here, its tendrils are going to reach out and expand and reach towards you and attempt to slam you. That will be a 15 to hit.
The Moorbounder? Definitely.
Yes. All right, as this tentacle reaches out from its back, reaches forward and slams you, it actually grabs onto you with these sucker-like appendages, almost like an octopus. and you are considered grappled by this creature. Yes.
Did it do damage or no?
It did. I don't know why that sometimes shows damage, sometimes doesn't. All right. So, what the hell? Hang on. Seven bludgeoning damage from this tentacle. As it takes a. All right. As the suckers seem to seep into you, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Don't forget to use the Moorbounder stats.
Absolutely.
And damage, grapple, and something on the con.
Yeah, that's rough. Woohoo!
All right, you seem to resist these things as you feel it start to pull at you, almost like your memories are being reduced. Your sense of self seems to be fading, but you center yourself and you are able to push it away. All right. And that is its action.
Okay.
I think. Yeah. How far did it move? Far enough. Okay. Next up. Rachel, you are still invisible, surrounded by these odd tentacled creatures. And you get the sense that they can see you.
Yeah. I'm going to head over here. And since I now have a big fluffy friend to keep me safe, I will now engage in combat. Let's see. One attack, followed by second bonus attack, and a sneak attack as well on there.
All right, you lash out with your Psychic Blade on the first hit, and this creature seems to do this sort of a back bend supported by its tentacles dodging out of the way as it misses. The second attack, however, as it comes back up, you jam your blade into its chest as it pops back up from the back bend. And that is 6 Psychic and an additional 7 Psychic. It is 13 total.
That is the end of my turn.
All right.
All right. As your invisibility drops.
Yeah.
All right. Next up.
Doesn't matter against these damn things anyways.
Yeah. Hector. You see Rachel appear and the Moorbounder bound off, attacking one of these creatures, as the Moorbounder is now caught up in around its neck by this tentacle from one of these creatures, a pink, long tentacle.
Oh no!
Is it just grappled or is it considered restrained?
It is just grappled.
Cool. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. The one that is what is this one? Which one is the one that's restrained?
Your Moorbounder is restrained. Ally is restrained.
Okay. What is this one currently doing?
It just popped up out of the sand and it's starting to lumber forward towards Rachel.
Who?
Just towards Rachel. She was the first one that they saw. Everybody else was amazing on their stealth, and it hasn't quite caught up to that. That you no longer have Pass Without a Trace.
Okay. Then I will have my.
Well, actually, you might still have Pass Without a Trace. Make me a Constitution saving throw, Sev. I mean, you won't, but Sev will.
Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, for concentration.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, continue with your turn, Hector.
So I'm gonna have my familiar come down, and like try to distract this one.
All right. In order for it to do that, you're going to have to give up your action for it to take an action. Wait.
To distract?
That's a good question. What are the rules on Find Familiar for that?
If using
So you use the help action to give disadvantage for that target, which would be your action.
Well, the help action is to give advantage on attacking on that person.
Hang on. I think you can do anything but attack. So I think it.
Yeah.
It can take other actions as normal.
Attack.
Yeah. So it can take other actions as normal.
Yeah. So it can do the help action, which just gives advantage on attacking them.
Yeah, but it does have to be within 5 feet of it.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. You should have control of it if you want it in a particular 5-foot square.
I'll put it in this 5-foot square.
Okay.
So it'll be like right here. And then I will hex it.
All right, so you're having it give you the help action?
Well, the help action just applies on the next person attack, the next attack on it.
No, you have to designate the person that you're helping, if I'm correct. The creature you aid. So yes, you have to determine a specific creature to aid. So if you're helping yourself, that's fine.
Then yes, it's helping me.
Okay.
I will hex it, and then Eldritch Blast.
All right, that is with advantage.
Correctamundo. I gotta.
All right, just 10 force.
Is it? Hold on.
And force.
I've got advantage, so I gotta do it again.
Huh.
So, yeah, 23 and then 10 force with 5 necrotic.
Isn't that from Hex?
Yeah.
Oh, did you Hex it?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, missed that. All right. That is 15.
What ability score are you?
Hexing, strength.
All right. As you hex this target with the aid of Blink distracting it, you cement a solid lance of force through its chest as it stumbles forward, and it turns around. But you notice that it doesn't actually turn its head at you, like turning its eyes. It's almost like it's turning its ears, and then its cilia wave towards you, and it is now aware of your presence, as well as the people around you, as it attempts to recover from this massive blow to its back.
Yes.
All right, is that your full turn?
Yeah.
All right. Grant, you're up, sir.
Cool. I will run forward. Okay, running around the side of him here. Cool. If not, does the familiar give flanking at all? Since it's an ally.
It's within melee.
If you say no, that's fine. I'm just,
I'm gonna say until it attacks in a fight, I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Yeah, just because it's yeah.
No, that's fine. I'll attack with my Pulaski. Damn it. What's an 11, unfortunately.
That misses as this creature again just sort of bats it aside with one of the large pink tentacles.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Bonus actions. I can't really do much. So I will end my turn kind of just sitting here, kind of just trying to swing at it. Yeah, that'll be the end of my turn.
All right. As this creature looks at you, it is going to... How far are you? Yeah, that'll work. It is going to look back at you, Hector, and one of its tentacles is going to reach out, elongate, and strike at you.
Oh, shit.
15 feet, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
This thing has reach.
Damn.
17 to hit.
17?
Yep.
That hits.
All right. As it slams again, as it grabs you and slams you against the rock next to you, you are also grappled as you take 8 bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
Then it turns to you, Grant, as its other tentacle reaches out and attempts to hit you. Fuck. 15 to hit.
Miss.
It attempts to slam into your chest, same as the other one, but you manage to duck and dodge out of the way. But it is going to run up to you, and it is going to attempt to bite your shoulder.
Jesus, 3 attacks. Oh, God.
That's only a 10 to hit.
It must go down.
Oh, no, it's not done. As it misses, it brings up its long tendril arm as it attempts to slam you in the face. The tentacle on its arm is much, much shorter, though.
Oh, my God.
It's a 7 to hit.
No.
We need to bring it down.
And now it's done.
Jesus, fuck.
Yeah. And Hector, you are grappled. Let me just put a marker so I remember. And so are you. And again, this is just grappled, not restrained.
So yeah, it's like, what are these?
That's a good point. Hector, make me either Arcana or Nature check.
My bonus for both is the same. So, but yeah.
Sorry, what was it? Well, you kind of have to pick one before you roll.
Yeah, true.
So pick one and just roll again.
Yeah, I'll just do Arcana.
Okay. Okay. Something about these creatures, it tickles the back of your mind, that deep, dark corner of your mind where you keep your experiences with the creature that you made contact with before. Some of the memories that you saw when you were connected remind you of these. You saw creatures similar to these in his memories. They are the result of what happens when creatures from the furthest reaches of the expanse, the furthest realms, are experimenting with actually trying to directly touch or change creatures from this world, and especially if they're not used to it or they're just first trying it. It's their first attempt at experimentation.
So these are creatures from where my power originates.
They aren't from there. They are creatures from here that have just been changed.
Well, yeah, but like by creatures from there, yeah.
Yeah. So they're from here, but they're changed by creatures from there. Yes.
Okay. Hey guys, this is like they're like me. Kill 'em.
Excuse me.
I'm like, yeah, they're these are people or creatures that were from here, but were changed by the same sources as where I get my powers from.
I just hear like rambling at a certain point as I'm avoiding like attacks from this
thing.
thing.
Starts going off on like a tangent about these things and the intricacies of madness.
As he has like a tentacle wrapped around his chest, he's giving them a lecture.
Yeah,
it's actually quite interesting.
Yeah, it's actually quite interesting. Like you should give it. You should try it out sometime.
As he's being thrashed about, the top hat still seems to manage to stay on his head somehow, but you still can't
always.
Explain. All right, next up, Vest Tendrils. He's actually going to stay where he is, and he is going to look down at you, Sev, and he is going to take his arm and he's going to lift it up out of the sand, and you see that his gun has actually grown into his arm. And he's going to, but it's grown in the wrong way to where the barrel is actually pointed at him. And he's going to take it and lift it up over his head, and he's going to try to slam you with it. It's a 7. God, they are not rolling well. And a 10 to hit.
No.
Fuck.
My AC
All right.
in this form is very low, but those hit.
Yeah, I've been rolling like garbage. Then 2 tentacles coming from its back reach up and reach over at you. The first one attempts to hit you. My God, another 10 to hit. Holy shit. And the second one, it's going to get irritated and it's just going to attempt to attack you, Rachel, with its second tentacle attack. Mother of God, another 10.
Oh!
As this creature large, and you wonder if it actually is blind with this mold over its eyes, as it is just lashing out and just missing repeatedly. Oof. Okay. Next up is Blonde Vest Tentacle. This one is going to... Not that bright. Yeah, they aren't that bright, and Rachel, you are right here. So it is going to attempt to grab you with the tentacle. Fuck yes. Natural 20.
Oh, I've been grabbed.
Yes, you have been grappled, and you also take 12 bludgeoning damage as it grabs you, lifts you up, and then it slams you into the ground. And then as you slam into the ground, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Give me 1 second. It's always the con saves.
Yeah.
5. As you take 9 necrotic damage, as you feel your memory start to fade, the vitality from your bones and your muscles start to get sapped out as you start to see the cilia on the back of this creature start to regrow slightly. The part that was just cut off by you, Sev, in your Moorbounder form.
Oh, God.
Can I do my Rebuke the Violence Channel Divinity on that?
Sure. Which one?
It's the one I just attacked. So it needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, yeah, no, I was wondering like which one, but it literally has to be the attack. So
yeah, it has to be the attack.
All right, Wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
DC 13.
That's a 4.
So it's going to take 21 points of radiant damage from the damage it just dealt.
Wait, 21?
You did 19 or 21? Did I just do math wrong?
I did 12 damage and then another 9.
Yeah, so 19. 19.
I'm pretty sure it's per attack.
That's all part of the same hit, right?
No, it's a second ability. I forewent an attack in order to do the drain.
Oh, I thought that was part of the same hit.
No. The first one is just the plain grapple. Sorry. If you want, you can take it back, but that was a crit, the first one.
Yeah, no. I'm waiting. I was trying to go for Big Nerd. That's why I thought it was all part of the same hit. So that's my bad.
Are you still doing it?
No, that's not worth. Again, I look at my big boy numbers.
Well, I was gonna say again, this was a crit, and it doesn't do a lot of damage with each strike.
Yeah, but I also see one that's a lot bigger, and I'm like, maybe it's gonna do something. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know its damage threshold, so.
I know. As you see this creature regenerate from that. Okay. That was that's 2 attacks. Okay. And then it is now going to start pummeling into you with its fists. The first one being a 9 to hit. Oh my god. The second one, come on. I thought it was a natural 20, but it's not. 20 total.
That does hit.
All right. As it's thrashing you about, it actually ends up making itself miss as with the first hit. But then it comes in with another elbow to the face as you take 6 more bludgeoning damage. As it elbows you right in the face, and you start to bleed out of your nose, and you start to taste blood as it falls into your open mouth. And that is its turn. Terrence, you are up, sir. You see 3 of your friends now grappled by these tentacle creatures, and you saw this one up here just recover somehow from its grapple target.
Oh boy.
So I know that this one's grappling me from 10 feet away. Am I able to attack the tentacles that are grabbing me?
I actually looked that up, and it's up to the DM. I'm going to go with a yes, but it's still Terrence's turn.
Right. So is this an actual rock here?
Yes.
Okay. Make
That's
sure
the one that you're kind of hiding behind with the aid of the Pass Without a Trace.
Little legs can't quite see over the rock. So we're gonna have him kind of peek out, step over here, and I'm gonna try and Scorching Ray that thing.
All right, roll your attack, sir.
fuck is my D20? There it is. That is 24 on the first one.
That'll hit.
15 on the second.
Miss.
Ooh.
Fuck, a 10. Nope.
Miss. The first one slams into its back. The second one ricochets off of its body armor, actually protecting it. And the last one just seems to fall short and scorch the ray between its and scorch the ground between its legs. How much damage, sir?
9 damage. And then can I get in like a nature check or something to see what they may be weak to?
No, you can try, but it'll be a pretty high DC.
Yeah,
You haven't really seen them much, and they're kind of very alien creatures.
Would an Arcana work better?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's a 9. Oh, these things are fucked up.
Yeah, these things are twisted and mutated to the point that it's hard to tell. You know that fire doesn't seem to do any more than any other damage, though. Right. And also this one here and this one here are both bloodied.
Okay, sweet. And then that's all I'll do.
All right, next up. Sev, you're currently grappled by the one to your right.
Yeah, I don't like that. I like to be mobile. Restrained sucks. Well, grappled sucks. So while it's grabbing me, I'm going to attempt to slash into the tentacles.
Okay.
A 16?
A 16 just hits.
Nice. For 16 points of damage.
Holy shit. Yeah.
And
Yep.
oh, no, go ahead. No, go ahead. Do your thing.
Well, I'm doing damage, so do your thing real quick.
It's going to come after damage. I'm going to actually use my combat wild shape ability to use a first level spell slot to heal.
Yeah, that's something that druids always forget and just like never use.
Oh
It's like,
Oh my god. Oof.
See, that's also
Big
why it's
oof.
like that's a first level spell slot. You gain 1 hit point. Is
Yeah,
it really
well-
worth it?
I'm fighting shifted. I'm not using spell slots.
No, yeah, I get it. It depends on the person, you know.
Yeah. All right. As you manage to turn your form just enough to be able to grab your claws, it actually ends up working in your favor as you dig in, and it sort of hooks in, almost like fisher's hooks, and then you rip as you rip into this creature's tendril, and it kind of lowers you slightly. You're still grappled, but it seems to be a bit more hurt now. It's not bloodied yet, though.
These things have a lot of HP.
All right. They actually don't. Like I said,
We're
2 of them are
splitting
already
all our
bloodied.
damage. That's what we're doing.
Hmm?
And so we're just splitting all our damage, is what it is.
Exactly. All right. That's your action. Bonus action.
And
You
I can't move.
Yep.
Yep, that's it.
All right, Helmet. As you rip into this, it looks up at you, and then you feel this compression again as it attempts to sap the fuel from you. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Absolutely. Hmm. 10.
That just fails as you feel the life getting sapped out of you. You take 8 necrotic damage, and you see some of the damage from the torn parts of the pink flesh start to knit itself back together. And just for the heck of it, make me one more Constitution saving throw as it squeezes harder and attempts to do it again.
Absolutely. 14.
All right. This time, you've steeled yourself against it from this last go, and you don't seem to feel your life force drip from you or take any more damage. But it is going to step forward and take its bare fist and just start pounding into your face. Or this is going to do 11 to hit.
Nope.
And 14 to hit.
14 hits.
The first one misses. The second one punches at your tusks, doing 5 bludgeoning damage as it slams into your face.
Okay.
All right.
And I drop Magic Eye of Grace.
All right. Rachel, you are currently grappled. I forget by which one. It doesn't really matter. You can't move because of it. Multiple other teammates are grappled, and you're surrounded by these tentacle creatures. And you've seen that they can now heal when they have you grappled with these tentacles.
I would try and break up, but my athletics is not that good.
It's athletics or acrobatics to break a grapple.
I will try and break out with acrobatics.
All right, just letting you know this will be your action, though.
Yeah, no. I just don't want this thing to heal again, because my constitution is not great.
9 fails. As you attempt to writhe and weave your way out of these pink tentacles, they seem to grip you even tighter around the waist as you sort of expel what little air remains left in your lungs.
Can I still use my bonus action to chug a potion?
Yes, you can.
Alright. That will be my turn, because I don't think I can do anything else.
Alright. Next up, Hector, you are currently grappled by this green, ugly creature here. Most of your friends are also grappled. Looks like the only 2 free ones are Terrence and Grant.
It's not good.
I'm gonna try to escape.
All right, athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
Acrobatics. But I'm gonna guidance myself.
You can't. That's an action.
And you're also concentrating on Hex.
Right, yeah. Then I will just... Yeah, I'll try to get out. Just normally.
Alright. Acrobatics 7.
And, not get out.
You also attempt to get out. But as you feel your waist, you notice this thing is not only wrapped around the midsection of your spine, but it's also like wrapping around the inside of your rib cage and just sort of holding you from the inside. It's a very unnerving feeling.
Yeah.
That was a way scarier sentence, and I was like, "Oh yeah, he's a skeleton."
Yeah,
That's yeah, yep.
It's a roll up.
All right. Is there anything that you can do with your bonus action?
No, I'm just gonna have my familiar give homeboy here help him attack this guy.
All right. Your first attack will be with advantage. Grant, speaking of, it is now your turn.
All right, let's try this again. As it's buzzing in its face, it's trying to slide away. I aim for its back leg, and I fucking miss again.
You just miss. It's buzzing around, trying to distract him, but him actually trying to swat it away lifts his leg up just enough that you miss.
Dude, I cannot hit for shit today. My rolls all day, man.
My dude, how many times have I actually hit you people?
It's so annoying. Yeah, literally I can't do anything else, so I'm just gonna chill there.
All right. As the black vein creature sees you attempt to cut at its leg, it's going to turn toward you, and one of the tentacles growing out of its right pec reaches back and attempts to grapple you. 13 to hit.
Nope.
Yeah. As it misses, it's going to look back towards you, Hector, and the other tentacle is going to attempt to drain some of the life out of you. Make me a Constitution saving throw, please. That just saves. As you are able to keep your will about you and resist the life-sucking attempts. But it is going to start using its tentacles to strike at you, Grant. First one is a 20 to hit.
20 does hit.
All right, that is 5 bludgeoning.
Cool.
Okay. And remember your thing.
Yep.
All right, and the second one is 23 to hit.
Yeah, definitely.
That one will be 8 bludgeoning as it slams into your stomach with its fist.
Cool.
All right.
And I am grappled, I'm assuming?
No, these are just regular fist attacks. But let's check as the big one looks towards you.
Oh, shit.
Attempts to grapple you with the tentacle. 14 to hit.
No, it misses.
This creature
out of the way.
I think it has missed every single hit. It's going to lead out of just in frustration as it's going to take its last tentacle and it's going to like rear back and like sort of like try to propel it forward just like through sheer force of throwing its massive form forward. 22 to hit.
Yeah, 22 hits.
Now you are grappled, sir. I figured out what it is. It's if I have the caps lock on, it doesn't give me the option roll damage. So fun fact, as you take 5 bludgeoning damage and you are grappled as this tentacle comes out from behind you and grabs you around the neck and picks you up and just slams you into the ground and starts to pick you up again, dangling you above the ground. Then it is going to turn towards you, Sev. It's going to attempt to just sort of like headbutt you twice. 20 to hit.
Yeah.
5 bludgeoning as it bashes into your side. And 8 to hit.
Moorbounder's looking rough, though.
Yeah. Oh, wow. These 3 things actually go right after one another. That's rough. Okay. As the pink one, I think, Rachel, you were grappled by the pink one?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. It is going to attempt to drain the life from you 2 more times. Make me 2 Constitution saving throws.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you,
nice.
Yeah. Now that you've experienced this once, you're pretty sure that you don't want to experience it again as both... Oh, no, wait, sorry. Only the one. You're only grappled by 1. Sorry. 16 to hit.
16 to hit does hit.
All right, its second tentacle also grapples you. There we go. 5 bludgeoning damage as you are now grappled both around the waist as well as around the legs as it attempts to double restrain you.
I am not into this. Please go away.
It is then going to split up its unarmed strikes. 1 towards you, Rachel. 21 as it reaches forward and it just starts pummeling you in the stomach. That would be 8 bludgeoning damage.
That puts me exactly at 0.
Oh no.
As you are now unconscious, it will turn to Sev and it will it kind of uses its tentacles to morph and move itself so that way it doesn't actually have to use its legs to turn around, and it looks at you and then it brings both of its fists down in like a double hammer strike. 12 to hit.
12 does not hit the Moorbounder.
Ooh, I thought they were at 12. All right. So as it attempts... Really? All right. So then it tries to do the double hammer and you cock your head out of the way just at the last second. And now, Terrence, you are up as you see Rachel dangling there unconscious.
We having fun tonight, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I think that first step I'm gonna have to get a little bit closer. Just a little bit. Come up there. Okay. Then I'm gonna pound 3 more into same fucker.
Which one? The green one?
Yep.
All right.
Make sure that I'm using the right number. Okay. Nope. Nope. Wow, I missed all 3. That hurts.
Okay. As you're shaking a little, you launch all three, and they just seem to go right in between its legs, right next to its chest, and just actually through like a looped tentacle. But as you fire, it looks towards you.
I'm sorry.
You hear as its cilia start waving at you. Is that your...
I didn't roll above a fucking 10. Yeah, that's my turn.
All right. Sev, you are up, sir. As you are grappled by the one to your right.
Which one looks the most damaged?
You're surrounded by three. Let me check. Definitely the pink one next to Rachel. Unless you count the green one.
Wow, I mean, I'm grappled. I physically can't get to it. So I'm going to try to focus, and I kind of like hone in on the one that's most damaged. My ears go back, and I attempt to lash out at it. 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
For 17 points of damage.
All right, and as you focus and hone yourself and claw into this thing, how would you like to rip it apart?
Just as it's bearing down, Rachel just kind of like sever the back of its neck. Just kind of flops, goes.
Yeah. And more bounder instincts go in. You sever the back of its neck, and its legs just give out, and all of its tentacles in a solid wave let loose of Rachel as it sinks to the ground onto its knees, and it slumps forward. Blood spurting out of where its spinal column used to be a moment ago, and it is dead.
Cool.
Rachel, go ahead.
I'm gonna do another little bonus action heal. Hopefully, stay in form a little longer. Oh my god!
It's the opposite of Xylus with the blood.
I know, right?
Oh my god!
Yeah. That's 2 spell slots for 2 HP.
As your little baggie of good berries. Yeah. All right.
It's for emergency.
Yeah. All right. The helmet one next to you. I think you're only grappled by one of its tentacles, correct?
Correct.
Sweet. Let's try to make it 2. As it lashes out with its second one, attempting to grab you around the waist, 20 to hit.
Yeah.
All right. As you feel the vitality start to get... Oh, wait, you actually take damage from that. 7 bludgeoning as this one slams and hits you along the spine first and then wraps around it.
Exactly how much HP my Moorbounder form had left.
All right. All right. As Severin, you come back, grappled around the neck and around the waist, and it is going to attempt to drain your vitality. Make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Better. 19.
Yeah, you resist it yet again. As it goes up and it just starts trying to headbutt you with the helmet, trying to bash it into your face and in your nose. That is an 18 to hit and a 9.
The 18 hits, the 9 does not.
All right, as the first hit, wham, bashes into your face, you hear a small cracking sound in your nose as you take 7 bludgeoning damage. All right, Rachel, death save 2 DM, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next up, Hector. You see Rachel now lying on the ground with one of the creatures with the back of its neck ripped out and severed back in his human form.
Help, Rachel. As it's choking me out.
Spitting the blood out of his mouth from the broken nose.
Let's see. And I'm still tied up.
Yep, you are still grappled.
Okay.
Might be prudent just to try and kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna have my well, let's see. I'm gonna have my familiar aid me, and then I will blast it.
All right, roll your attack, sir. All right, 18 will hit for 6 damage.
Drop, ye bastard.
It's still up, but it is looking very hurt. It's now no longer able to support itself on its arms and legs. It's actually using the smaller tentacles growing out of its body to keep itself up.
Oh, come on, Grant.
All right, that's your turn?
Oh, you know.
Yep.
All right.
That's
Grant, you are up. The creature in front of you is on its last legs. Not even on its legs, on its last tentacles, its last tendrils.
Come on. Don't fail me again. That bitch. Come on, man. This is ridiculous.
As you attempt to hit it, it has this last burst of strength as it uses its tendrils to flip itself over just out of the way of your attack and then flip itself back onto its stomach.
Jeez.
Dude, this is ridiculous, man.
Are you doing anything else?
I really can't. That's
All right.
that's literally it. I can't move and I can't hit.
All right. The creature is going to use both of its tentacles to attempt to absorb your essence. Grant and Hector, make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my god.
As you both pass, you're both able to resist this effect. As it does, it looks over at Blink, and it takes its arm, and it just backhands it, 18 to hit. Yeah, with 5 bludgeoning.
At who?
Familiar.
Blink.
At Blink?
Blink 7.
Yep.
Phew. Well, it hits. How much damage?
5. It only has yeah.
Well, it has temp HP as well.
Oh, that's right.
How many creatures can you give that to?
I think it's 6 or something like that. Let me check. But I know I always give it to at least myself and my familiar. Alright, Inspiring Leader is... if it'll fucking tell me. Alright, up to 6 allies, including yourself.
Okay, so 7.
How much temp HP did you give that?
That's 7. All right, if it's still up, I'll say it's been annoying and distracting. It's going to make the second attack towards it as well.
Ah!
19 to hit. Oh, now I'm rolling well. With a 7.
Well.
Yeah, 7 more bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
As it takes its other hand and it sort of, the other arm seems to break and skew as it flings down on it from the top, and it slams Blink into the ground as it blinks out of existence. But that does take all of its turn. Next up, this larger one is going to see you, Terrence, throwing around fire all over the place, and it is going to attempt to grapple you with a tendril. 9 to hit.
9 to hit? No.
All right. And one more, 20 to hit.
Yeah.
You take 8 bludgeoning damage as this thing grabs you and flings you into the side of the wall and then brings you back.
No.
And then it is just going to bring you up to its face, and it's actually going to use you to slam. It's actually going to slam you into its head rather than using its head to slam into you with 2 unarmed strikes. 25 to hit.
Oh, no, that doesn't hit, sorry. Yeah.
8 bludgeoning as you get slammed into this creature's head. It seems to stagger it as it attempts to bring you back and do it again, but that is only a 7 to hit as it seems to miss hitting itself, and it kind of staggers back as it sets you in front of it. You are now grappled.
Oh, boy.
All right, next up is Blondie. Right, these things go in like threes. All right, blonde creature. Where's blonde creature? Blonde creature's dead. Yes, you're correct. Terrence, it's your turn.
Not feeling too hot. Oh, boy.
This one's too evasive for me. Just kill the green one. I'll go after the big one.
I feel like I should focus on matter at hand here. Literally. Boy. Fuck it, I'm a magic missile him.
All right, which one?
Hell yeah.
Which one, the big one or the smaller one?
I'm going after the big boy.
All right.
Using me as an empty can of beer.
My man.
All right, roll your damage, sir.
Alright. 3d4 plus 3. I'm not gonna do that, I'm just gonna do it like this. That is 12 damage.
Nice.
Damn, that is nice. As you are reeling back from this, you go back to your most basic attack spell that you learned probably first. As you turn your palm towards him, even though your arms are kind of pinned to your sides, as 3 bolts of arcane force spit out and slam into this creature's head right where your head just was. And it, boom, 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 as it kind of gets reeled back and takes a step back and kind of shakes its head and it looks at you.
You big bastard.
All right, are you doing anything else with your turn?
No.
You can bonus action potion. Just throwing that out there.
I think I can hold on for another round or two.
All right.
Last words of the wizard.
Severin,
Yeah, right.
you are grappled by the creature close to you.
Rocktopus.
I was thinking about it because I could reach the big boy.
Oh no shit.
It has it has 15 feet of range.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Rocktopus. Just imagine the look on Helmet's head as you suddenly become a giant.
I know, but the issue is like if I shift into something that can breathe air, I can stay in the form after the fight.
Yes, by the way, for what's it called? You do get your wild shapes back on a short rest, number 1, and number 2, I treat drowning or suffocating basically like spell saves with damage.
Okay, so you don't use the normal suffocation rules?
Yeah, no, it's basically treated like a spell concentration. Whenever you take damage, you make the roll. Half the damage or DC 10, whichever.
Okay. Kind of want to do something a little funny.
Yeah.
Giant chinchilla.
I'm gonna shift into an old croaker. Big ass fucking toad.
Everything that I don't have things for. Alright. That is you now.
Perfect.
Not even a
can you make
toad.
it large?
Yes, I can.
Awesome. Lovely. And then I'm gonna fucking bite it.
The one next to you or the big one?
15 to hit.
Which one?
This guy.
Misses. Just misses.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Are you alright? I feel you, man.
That's all I can do.
All right, as you attempt to bite the one next to you, just sort of like lifts you and tilts you at just the right angle to where you can't get to it. You can also burn another spell slot to gain another hit point.
I actually can't. It would heal my form, and my form's at full health.
Oh, that's right. All right, as Helmet Vest looks at you now as a frog, it is going to... Let's see here.
I also don't have control of that. But I'm not moving anywhere, so don't worry about it.
I think you were grappled twice, weren't you?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. Then it's going to do 2 vitality drains on you.
Cool.
So I need 2 constitution checks. Saves. Sorry.
Yeah.
Watch these things have like a +10 to con saves or something.
Nah, it's only a +1. So a 10 and a 17.
The first one fails as you feel your life getting drained out and you take 2 necrotic damage.
Okay.
I literally rolled minimum damage. As you see it start to repair the damage that you did to its tentacle before. Oh, sorry. Plus damage heals, minus damage takes away. But the second one you do easily resist.
Nice.
And then it is going to rush up to you. It's going to take its smaller tendrils and just start lashing across your midsection. Almost like speedy whips. That was disturbing, sir. All right. 15 to hit and 12 to hit.
Yeah, they both hit.
All right. You take 13 total bludgeoning damage and just extra gross damage as you are whipped by these things' tendrils.
What the
Rachel.
fuck? This thing has 20 wisdom? Oh no, it uses my wisdom. I'm dumb.
Yeah. The wisest frog. All right. Thank you, Rachel.
You are welcome.
Hector, you're still grappled
Yes.
as Blink puffs out of existence.
You will pay for that.
It cocks its head at you, apparently not understanding.
I will, I'll blast it again.
All right, roll your attack, sir.
Eight.
8 does not hit.
Oh.
No.
Your Lance of Force goes wide through its head between Grant and the large hulking one. It hits the ground very close to where the frog is currently being whipped by these tendrils.
Bobby.
Is there anything else you would like to do before they all seemingly attack the giant frog inexplicably?
Toad, thank you.
Yeah, you've lost the right to be a toad. You're a frog. All right, Grant, you are up, sir, and still grappled by the one in front of you.
4 times the charm.
Jeez.
God
Oh
damn.
my god. Wait, that's 4 plus d4. Okay. Yeah, no, you're using the right modifiers. It's just really bad rolls.
This whole session, man. I literally, like, most rolls have not been over a 10. I can't do anything. That's.
Is there anything else you would like to do?
There's nothing. I'm stuck here. I can't help my dying friend. You know, that's
like
just
10
out
feet
of
away
range.
from you. Yeah.
Literally, I can get her like pretty good healthy, but I can't reach her.
You just see Rachel's corpse coughing up blood.
I'm trying, man. I can't do shit.
No, I understand. I feel so bad for you. It's just like watching this, and I'm like, how are you rolling so low?
All right. For this one's turn, it is going to start dragging you. 5.
Really?
Well, it doesn't have me grappled.
Huh?
You're dragging me because it doesn't have me grappled. Purple does.
Oh, really? I thought it was green. Never
Nope,
mind.
that's why I put a marker on myself so we knew which one.
Oh, thank you. That's very helpful. All right. Well, then green is just going to walk over, saunter, maybe.
Opportunity.
Yes, because you weren't being
God
grappled.
damn it!
Oh my god! As you lash out with your Kowalski again, it just seems
Waffle. What is with you and paladins, man?
Dude, I can't hit. I love them so much, but I can't hit with them.
The extra quarter of an ounce of silver just seems to unbalance this just enough.
I have inspiration. I'm rolling again.
You do have inspiration. Roll. God damn it. Okay.
I would like to point out.
Chrono shift.
Okay, chronal shift.
I want you to fucking hit.
Try it again, sir. Come on. Yes.
Divine Smite. I don't know what it's at, but I'm using it.
You don't need it, but you can if you would like to.
I'm using it. Fucking.
All right, as this creature starts ducking away, as you just cut again and again, and then you get deja vu. You seem to like it gets closer, and time rewinds, and then fuck it. As you try it again, you are finally able to strike this creature. How would you like to obliterate it?
Dude, I want to cleave it in fucking half. Like, it's like, finally got you!
As you hear a roar of rage, an axe comes down and splits this thing in twain, leaving this trail of golden divine light, and the creature actually not only gets split in two, but actually kind of explodes outward in that V shape, and parts of it land like over here, and the other half lands right in front of you, Terrence, as it dies.
When I hit with the axe, with the smite, it was like this like darker red flame from like the divine energy. So you just see like the little like tiny little flame still in like the pieces of the body of the radiant energy as they like dissolve down.
As it is still smoking and burning. Its two halves are still smoking and burning.
Oh my god.
I just look towards the big one and go, "You're next."
It looks at its friend and then looks up at you, and then the cilia start to wave towards you. As it is now its turn. You are grappled by it, so make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
I have never seen that many resources used on a one power.
One attack.
As the tendrils squeeze around you tighter, as you take 10 necrotic damage.
Okay. Remember my thingy, so it's not. Yeah.
Remember what thing? Oh yeah. As it also seems to regenerate from actually I think most of the damage from the magic missiles, as it's the dent in its face.
Remember, it's not gonna be all of it. Remember?
Oh, you are correct.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, I'll take it as that. As it heals less than you think it should. But then it is going to look between Grant and you, Terrence, and it is going to split up its attacks. One attack to you, Grant, 18 to hit.
Just hits.
As it picks you up and then slams you into the ground after mocking it. You take 5 bludgeoning. And Terrence, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw as it attempts to Vitality Drain you.
Once Terrence limited health.
I'll be fine. I'm invincible.
Don't throw up that flag.
That's a fucking 8. Come at me.
As you take 6 necrotic damage as it heals even further.
I'm not dead yet.
Well, we'll see as it tries to hit you with its unarmed strike. 10 to hit.
No. Miss.
All right. That is its turn. That one is dead. Terrence, you are up, sir.
Whew. I think now he's going to take the time to bonus action potion.
All right.
I will do that now.
Now I think that sounds like a very good idea. Thank you very much. Got 2d4. Take belt back.
All right.
Yay. And I think I'm going to magic missile the man again.
All right. Roll your damage, sir.
20. $13 damage.
Nice.
All right. As you magic missile him in the face again, the dent reappears deeper this time. As he loses all of the health that he just regained and then some.
And As my final action, I'll spit on him.
Okay. As you spit on him, your spit touches blood as he is now officially bloodied. Sev, you are currently being whipped by the soldier in front of you. And your friend is dying within reach now, but in the wrong form.
Well, kick him towards me. Yeah, just like.
And there goes that final death save. No.
Yeah. It's like a horse kick.
Hey, a shove doesn't do damage, so I would allow it.
It's just like a horse kick. It's just like.
Oh, goodness. I'm just saying, if this character dies, I'm ready to build the next character.
Don't do that flag.
I've realized I had Booming Blade ready this whole entire time.
I'm going to assume that I'm not dexterous enough to feed her a berry, right?
No. Also, your equipment forms into. Oh no, you're right. It doesn't form into you when you do that. But still, you would have to take it off, take it out, and shove it down her throat. That's a little too much. If it was on the ground or something, that would be different. But since it is in a little pouch, it's. Yeah.
Okay.
Pouch down their throat.
I'm gonna try to bite it again. That is a 17 to hit.
That will hit.
All right. So this time,
God, are you going to swallow it and just throw that into DM? How the fuck does this work?
I'm starting to that process. That's 8 points of piercing and 7 points of poison if it's it.
8 and how much poison?
7.
15.
And it is grappled. And until the grapple ends, it is restrained.
All right. It grappled you, and you said, fuck that, and you grappled it back. As the two of you...
Mouthy maw. Toothless.
Like, what kind of freaking... It's piercing damage, and you're biting it as a toad.
I don't write the Savlox, man.
that is a little odd, but okay. As you crunch into this thing, as it is now half down your gullet, but it's still hanging on. Its tendrils coming out of the side of your mouth, still wrapping around your body. Is there anything else you would like to do with your turn?
Nope.
All right. Well, now it is this creature's turn, and it is going to attempt to hit you with a tentacle. 16 to hit.
It's disadvantage, by the way.
Disadvantage.
That's right. Still 16.
Yeah, that hits.
9 bludgeoning, as it attempts to like squeeze you tighter as it's being swallowed, and make me a Constitution saving throw.
Con save 16.
All right, it saves. You're able to resist it. As it's getting swallowed by you, as it's in your odd mucousy jaw, it takes its feet and the tentacles inside, and they start thrashing and whipping around, almost like you're trying to swallow a blender. As it takes 2 unarmed strikes, a 10 to hit and a 12 to hit.
The 10 misses, the 12 hits.
All right, as you take an extra 5 bludgeoning from this whipping around blender-like tentacles in your stomach. Rachel, 3rd death save. Okay. Hector, you are no longer grappled.
Woo!
One of your friends is dying, and everybody else is grappled.
Okay, so I'm going to move my hex to the dude, the big boy.
All right.
And then who's the one that's going down?
She's been making death saves. She's made 3 death saves so far.
Okay, so I'm going to run over and shove a potion down her throat. And I'm going to hex his strength, by the way.
Okay.
Dude.
All right.
So.
As you, what kind of potion? Regular or superior?
Basic healing potion.
All right.
That's all I have.
As you shove the potion down Rachel's throat, you can roll for the healing. Rachel, you wake up again to see Hector above your head shoving potion down your throat. This is becoming a little too common of an occurrence for you.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Hi. Oh yeah.
Look at that.
I'll let you take the 10 since you've been out most of the fight.
Yeah, I didn't know who was supposed to roll it, so I started rolling it up, and then I was like, oh.
That's fine. As a DM, I feel bad when someone is out that long in a fight. All right, Grant.
It's not your time. Get up.
All right. I'm going to
Rachel's going to be like, the Grim Reaper has come for me.
attempt to attack with my Pulaski against the big fucker.
As you miss with your Pulaski yet again. The last one, maybe it was a fluke. Maybe the sun is in your eyes. You aren't sure, but you aren't feeling your best today. Maybe it was the tea. All right. Are you doing anything with your bonus action?
No, that's literally all I can do.
Well, make me a Constitution saving throw, and Terrence, make me one as well.
Yes, you know. Yeah, that fits. That's.
I mean, of all the times for it to happen, though. That is
your
8.
health looking, by the way?
8 towards me.
Yes.
That's 23.
Okay. So then remember the.
And
the
yes,
thing.
I do.
Okay.
As it heals damage, but not as much as you think it should. And Terrence, you said yours was 23?
Yep, 23.
All right, then it's going to take its 2 big meaty fists and try to hammer blow both of you in the head simultaneously. First one is a 17 to Grant. Second one,
Miss.
All right. Second one is to Terrence, 22 to hit. 6 bludgeoning, sir.
Well, I'm glad I drank that potion.
All right, and that is its turn. Why do I have a little heart on it?
Bloodied.
Because you love it so much.
Oh no, I don't think it was bloodied. Did someone put a heart on there for bloodied?
We can't.
And
Oh, okay.
oh, because it's hexed, maybe.
Hexed, that was it. Hexed, thank you. All right, blonde tentacle face. Terrence, you are up, sir.
Woo! Well, I'm gonna go ahead and break out the big guns now. Gonna try another scorching ray.
That will be at disadvantage since you are within melee range.
I'll take those odds.
All right.
Terrence.
He is bloodied.
First one is a 20. That's a 9 actually. Well, that one's gonna miss anyway. This is all 3. Fuck.
And as you shoot with the Scorching Ray, it seems to squeeze you and try to drain the life from you just as the Scorching Rays leave your hand, and it sends them wide and hitting the rock face, the rock wall behind you.
Well, I think I'll stick to the spell that doesn't make me roll.
All right. Are you taking a potion or anything else?
No. Nope. That was my one potion.
All right. Severin, you are grappling this thing. You are restraining this thing. It is grappling you back in this odd swallow war.
Yep. I make a bite. Natural 20.
Awesome.
Must be nice.
Are we are we doing the max the number thing?
Yes, we are. So max the second
So-
damage dies.
17 points of piercing damage and 20 points of poison damage.
All right.
And
How would
I
you
swallow it whole.
as you swallow this creature whole, as it's writhing, its tentacles in your mouth, touching every aspect of your tongue and the inside of your cheek as it goes down your gullet. As you leave one last meaty, you bite, and then all the tentacles just go limp, and it's almost like swallowing a jellyfish or a bunch of seaweed as it goes down your gullet, and it is dead.
Awesome. Now, I would love to move right here.
All right. Oh, right, you can't control this.
There we go. And I will. No, I'm not gonna do it. I can't. All right, that's turn.
All right, can you control it now?
I sure can.
Sweet. All right, next up is Dead Guy. Rachel, you are lying on the ground. You are finally awake. You are surrounded by 3 dead creatures, and the large one currently having Grant and Terrence in its tentacles, squeezing them and just pounding into their head with its fist.
And a big-ass pregnant-looking frog. Oh, sorry.
Oh, God. I don't know what's going on. Rachel's going to stand up. She knows this is time to murder. And I'm going to attempt to murder this thing by throwing a psychic blade at it.
Okay, I'm guessing you're standing up first and then doing it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Roll your attacks. That'll definitely hit.
And then the little sneak attack that goes off. There we go. And
12 damage. It's looking very bloodied.
Oh. If for the memes, I will use my bonus action instead of healing to throw the second psychic blade at it. Come on. No.
Second psychic blade goes just wide. As it brings its fist down on Grant and Terrence, it seems to go up and above and hit the rock wall behind it.
Reroll. I'm using my last one.
Yeah, you do have inspiration.
Using your last chrono shift, alright.
This could potentially kill it, and I think that that's worth it.
How would you like to do this?
Yeah, boy.
As I get suddenly throw the first one, it misses, and then deja vu happens. I would like to throw the next one right in between its eyes, landing, piercing into its head.
As the deja vu happens, this time you aim a little bit lower, hitting this creature's head as it's coming down with its fist, and it actually seems to ram its own head into this psychic blade as it goes right between its eyes. It splits it in two as it pauses right before it's about to pummel Grant and Terrence. It pauses, its muscles lock up. It falls to its knees, and it suddenly goes limp, and it falls to the side. The psychic blade still sticking out of its head, slowly wisping away, turning into a purplish smoke.
Rachel's just like heavy breathing, like, oh God.
Oh man!
All hail chrono shift.
Yeah, when we first started this fight, I did not expect it to be this difficult.
It was the rolls, man.
Yeah.
Rolls. I literally could do so much damage to these things, but I did not hit once. We had to use 3 resources to hit one time. Fuck.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'll say that's where we will end the session, with all of you now ungrappled with these odd pink tendril creatures dead around you, one of them decaying in Sev's stomach.
Yeah, I do what, frogs and toads do, and I just turn my stomach inside out and bleh, get on the ground.
As it spits it out, it's now covered in this slimy saliva. Again, just looking like a dead jellyfish, even more so now, covered in goo. And that is where we will pick up next week. Next week, Sev, are you going to be on voice chat or no?
I do believe so. Let me just double check. I thought the 8th was the only work Wednesday. I think so. It looks like it.
All right. Well, then, we will reconvene then. Hope everybody enjoyed the session. Tell me what you like, what you didn't like.
I didn't like my rolls.
Okay, tell me what you liked and you didn't like that I could control.
My rolls.
I really appreciated the amount of detail you went into with the electrolyzing the silver on the axe.
Oh, thank you.
I will say overall your descriptions. I noticed it last time in the actual hospital and describing the creatures. It did descriptions on point.
Yeah, the descriptions are on point. The image you sent in my head when you were describing these fucking rotting, decaying things with tentacles on them was just like, oh, that's nightmare fuel.
Okay. Well, I'm glad y'all enjoyed it. Same time next week.
Hopefully.
All right, I'm going to go have some dinner. Good night, all.
Enjoy.
Peace.
Have a night, guys.
But
Yeah.